Tonight at Rothrock Stadium, it's the inter-city rivalry between Jackson's two college teams, the Lane College Dragons against the Lambuth Eagles. First, the pregame show, sponsored by Popeye's Famous Fried Chicken. 2 Jackson locations, 200 South Royal and Jackson Plaza. Now, to set the stage for tonight's game, we go down to the field, and here's Jimmy Duke.
Thank you, Tom, and hello again, everyone. Welcome to Rothrock Stadium on a cool night, but no breeze as we stand. The flag limp on the pole, and that will cause no problems and maybe keep us from freezing to death out here tonight. Our game this week, a college ball game between the Dragons of Lane College and the Eagles of Lambuth College from Rothrock. The series stands at 2-1. Lane has won 2. Lambuth has won 1. They would like to even that series tonight. Of course, Lane would like to take revenge for losing the ball game at Lambuth last year, so we'll see what happens. Tom Mapes and High Sailors have been researching both teams. They'll have some information for you in just a couple of minutes. But first, let's hear from our pregame sponsor, Popeye's Fried Chicken. We'll be right back.
Remember when the Pilgrims and the Indians all sat down together at Popeye's? Sure you do. Well, it's time to celebrate that famous day again at Popeye's Great Fall Festival. Buy a 10-piece box of Popeye's Tasty Fried Chicken, 4 big buttermilk biscuits, and a 16-ounce side order for only $11.99, and get 4 ears of buttery corn for free. Or how about 2 pieces of that mouth-watering chicken, a fresh buttermilk biscuit, and an ear of corn, and a medium soft drink for only $2.99. Come in today and celebrate the Great Fall Festival at Popeye's.
And we return to Rothrock, and I guess if you had to have a perfect night for football, you couldn't ask for one much better than this one. No wind, no rain, the elements are being nice to us, a little bit cool, but a good night for the teams in general. Tom Mapes has had a chance to talk to the Eagles sideline, and what's going on at Lambuth, Tom?
Well, hopefully Lambuth is trying to repeat last year's win. They won at 24-19. The year before Lane won that, we were here. It was 20-14, and Lambuth has scored a lot of points this year. In fact, they've outscored their opponents like 92-90. But if you remember, about 51 of those things came in one game. It was like 51-21 over Tennessee Wesleyan. And senior quarterback Brad Gardner hopefully will be back in the lineup this week. You know, he's been out for a while.
He's a left-hander, too. You don't see that very often in football.
They had a sophomore who was in for 3 weeks in a row, Kevin Ward. But both teams have been hurt by mistakes and turnovers and things like that. So, but every...
Wait a minute. We've got a problem on the... There's a problem. What is it?
Listen.
What?
Let's go.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jimmy. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, girl.
All right, Tom, if you'll hold the mic here, I want the camera to see this. 3-9. Well, yeah, I tell you what, you know, you're 6 years older than I am, and you need to be holding pretty good, Duke. But TRTV staff wants to wish you a happy birthday. All right, we'll have it on tape. You'll never forget it. Right, okay. We'll put this in the truck now. Thanks the girls.
I think the girls want some cake, too.
The girls want the cake.
Yeah,
okay.
Good. What were you saying?
I don't remember. Who was that guy anyway? He's running away with my cake. Did you hear that? It'll be in the truck. We've got that on tape, too, so if it's not, we've got some evidence. Okay. All right, where were we? Were we through with Lambuth?
Yeah.
Okay, we were through with Lambuth. Okay, let's go over to the Lane College side. I'm completely lost. What do you know?
Well, I lined us up with the ladies, and they were supposed to put their arms around you and love you up and all that. I don't know what happened, but good show.
Well, they got a good look at me. That's what happened.
Maybe that's it. Well, the cake says 39, Tom, and I know better.
Okay.
This week I talked to Coach Lee Triplett, and he is really upset. He said that his mom always told him that when you invited somebody to your place, that you treated them with respect. And last year, Lane went over to Lambuth, and they got beat 27-14. And I said, Coach, this is football. He said, it don't make no difference. I said, well, this year, they at your place. You going to take it easy on them? He said, no. I said, well, that's what you told me. He said, no. My mama also told me that people do you like they want to be treated. Okay. And so he's going to be rough on them. Right. But they are, Lane is 4-1. They run 3 formations. They run the week.
That's 1 and 4, by the way, not 4 and 1.
1 and 4, excuse me. Well, he says they should be 4 and 1 because they played 2 Division I schools, so that's confusing. But they run 3 formations. They run from the wishbone, the split back, and the eye. They've been on the road since September the 3rd, so this is their 5th game, but only the 2nd home game. They've got only 3 seniors on the team, so they're really young. they're going to throw the ball about equally the amount of times they run it. Reggie Hughes is a big running back, and he says, Coach Triplett says that there's no way you're going to arm tackle this young man. He's also got some other surprises that he'd rather not tell you.
Okay. Well, I've had all the surprises I can stand for one night. I don't know about you. That's the way both teams look. The game is just about ready to start. I'll try to recover and get myself together. You hang in there with us. We'll be right back. The bad news is Scotty isn't feeling well this morning, and you're out of medicine. The good news is Baker's Drugstore and Northgate Pharmacy deliver. Free citywide delivery. And for your convenience, Northgate Pharmacy has a drive-through window. We're fully computerized and honor all credit cards. The good news is with Baker's Drugstore and Northgate Pharmacy, you can depend on professional and personal service for all your prescription and health care needs.
Who would you say makes the best personal computers for business? The brand being added by the most major corporations? The one rated highest in performance by computer experts? The one that won the most industry awards? Or the one that's grown the fastest? In each case, the answer is compact. It simply works better.
Everything's got to be just right. For heating, cooking, drying, gas is best. And it costs less, too.
Public car wash is still brushing.
You tell them, Mary, cloth is the only thing that touches the paint. Jack May's team has 60 years combined experience in the car cleaning profession. They're courteous and dependable. At Poplar Car Wash, use optional spray wax and fragrance, and hand wax jobs are done by special appointment. Save a dime a gallon off your car wash when you fill her up with Phillips 66 gasoline.
Jackson, we've got something to tell you for your 12 years of support. Thanks!
We are just about ready to go. As you can see on your screen, the Dragons of Lane College will be kicking off and defending the north goal. The Eagles of Lambuth College will receive and defend the south goal. Allen is back deep along with Sigmund Hurd for Lambuth College. Number 1 is Hurd. Allen is number 85. And we're just about ready to crank things up here. From Rothrock on a cool evening, the Dragons have the rally towels out early tonight. They'd like to put this one in the win column. They've been gone from home since early September on the road, and they'd like to put one in the win column on the way back home.
On the way back home?
Since they've gotten back home.
Oh, since they've gotten back home.
Home on the range. Lane College approaches it, kicks. It's going to come down short at about the 30-yard line. Picked up by one of the up men there. Right side hit and knocked down at about the 35-yard line. Kip Morris, number 18, picked up the football short. And let's see what Lambuth can do now. There you see a good shot of the Lambuth College Eagle offensive unit under the head coach of Mr. Jim Hardegree, second-year head coach at Lambuth College. Lee Triplett is the head coach at Lane. This is his first year at the helm of the Dragons of Lane College. Brad Garner, number 12, the left-hander from over in Gibson County, is your quarterback. Stack 2 behind him. Motion from far side. Long count. Looks like we may have somebody moving, but no flags on the field. 56. Leon Jackson for Lane College shot the gap in the middle. Let's take a look at the starters. Brad Garner is your quarterback. Anthony Thaxton at fullback. Barry Clark is the other running back. Mike Overby the flanker. Danny Crockett split end, and Mike Hopper is the tight end. In the trenches, it's Rhodes at center. Brooks and Bufford the tackles. Tanner and Smith the guards. Second down and 10. No gain on the play. Garner checks them off. Stack 2 again. Receivers, and again Lane College trying to blitz and shoot the gap, and this time way ahead of the snap. all over him. That was number 56 again in there for Lane College, Leon Jackson. That's a lot of meat to land on you at once. That's 6'1", 254 pounds of Mr. Leon.
Well, you know, on the first play from scrimmage, it looked like Lane was a little early,
quick,
and evidently they were seeing something possibly that the officials have not seen yet, or they're either offside in the blitz.
That time definitely ahead of the snap.
Jimmy, I was asking the Lane players what the towel waving meant, and they said death, kill.
Death and kill, okay. That's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? Second down and 5 now. Garner pitches back. They try the right side. Got a block on the corner. First down and a couple of yards more.
And a dirty hanky on the field.
There is a flag on the play back around the 39-yard line. Barry Clark, the freshman 180-pounder tailback, was the ball carrier that time. Take a look at Lane College's defensive back. Correction, that's the offensive unit for Lane College. The quarterback will be Sewell. The wingback is Antonio Harris. The tailbacks, King and Hughes. Split end is Tony Fox, and the tight end is Darrell Johnson.
Jimmy, from a crowd standpoint tonight, it looks like the visiting Lambuth Eagles have more fan support here in numbers than the Lane Dragons do, but a lot of spirit on the home side of the field.
And still seems to be a few people filing in on this side, too, Tom, so maybe that'll even up before the night's over with. First and 10 now. Mark the ball about the 47-yard line, still in their own territory as Garner sets the Eagles. Again, stacked 2 behind him, wide receivers to both sides of the field. Garner, quick drop, flags fly. Garner airs it out, got a man, overthrows him about 2 yards or so. Intended receiver was the flanker, Mike Overby, and that's going to go incomplete out there. Here's the defensive line and the defensive backs for Lane College. The linebackers are Jeff Boyle, Dietrich Smith, and Leon Jackson. The safeties are Vincent Easley and Bryant Charles, and the corners Victor Murray and Lane Hodgson.
Offside for the Dragons.
Dragons may be a little bit anxious, or as you said, maybe see a gap in there that they're trying to shoot and getting a little bit too quick. Here they come again. Nothing going this time. Pitch back and read well and knocked down. Dietrich Smith, 6 foot, 230-pounder, over to make the tackle for Lane College. Clark again, the ball carrier for the Lambuth Eagles.
You know, Jimmy, one of the trademarks of a Lane Lambuth game is, number one, that it's a long game. Most all Lane games are long because they pass a lot, and as you can see, there's a lot of mistakes made, penalties, things that kill the clock. So we got a long one tonight, I think, in front of us.
I think you're right, Tom. This time they send split end Danny Crockett to the near side of the field. Overby, far right. Garner looks to throw. Pressure now. Arches one out there, and it's going to be overthrown about 5 yards. And Mike Overby had about 2 steps on the defensive man down there and just couldn't get the ball to him.
Well, that's twice he's had men in the clear, but he's overthrown them on both occasions.
Victor Murray down on the defensive coverage, the cornerback, has it go incomplete. Call it 3rd down and 8 now. Ball at the 48-yard line. Lambuth, their first offensive possession of the evening with the football still. This time they send Richie Pingston, number 39, far right. Overby to throw, got time, throws, got his man, and
first down,
and a couple of yards to spare. That was Richie Pingston just in the ball game for Lambuth, number 39, and Overby put that one right on the numbers.
He did that. Yeah, you were talking about this game normally lasting a little longer. If you love football, you like those long games.
Is it an optical illusion, or is the north goalpost tilted?
It
looks a little
tilted. Yeah, I think somebody's been celebrating on it already. That was not Overby throwing the ball. My mistake. It was Brad Garner at quarterback. Overby is split wide to the near side of the field this time. Brad Garner, number 12, your quarterback. Overby wears number 11 for the Eagles. And this time the entire Lane line jumps into the backfield and ushers Brad Garner to the ground. Flags again.
Well, I figured it out. What they're doing is they're hitting Lambuth twice on one play.
Okay. Intimidation.
They will wear them guys out early in the ball game.
Looks like they may be trying to anticipate the count, and Garner may be varying the count just enough to throw them off.
They're going to have to settle down a little bit, or they're going to walk them right to the end zone.
That's true, Tom. They probably have as much yardage on penalties at this point as they do actually on the ground.
56, the official here is warning the coach down here that if 56 comes through the line again, he's going to throw him out of the game.
Aha, you heard that live from field side. Keep it on the ground this time. Alfred Moore over to make the tackle, number 92 for the Dragons.
Who's 56? Leon Jackson.
Leon Jackson is the one that has been warned for being a little bit too aggressive. Here he comes now. He has been, Tom, looking like a blitz situation on most every play. Between he and number 52, which is Dietrich Smith. They've been trying to shoot the gap early and have not been extremely successful. Garner now, 2nd down and 5. Long count again, trying to draw him offside. 2 steps, throws, ball batted up in the air and falls incomplete. Let's see if we can tell who got a hand on it. May have been number 91, Darrell Walker. He looked a little bit elated about something, and that might have been his big hand that got up there and slapped that one away.
Jackson just went back in the game. The coaching staff gathered around him and said, hey, now settle it down, just take it easy. It looked like he was extremely hyper.
He came to play ball, Tom.
11:27 left here in the first quarter play from Rothrock Stadium on a Saturday evening. Garner, straight drop, got time, good. And now throws it out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. And a flag about the 30. Mike Overby, number 11, the intended receiver. Garner's has had a pretty good amount of time to throw so far, good protection by that front line.
He has, and that pass interference is against number 22, corner.
Is it offensive interference against the Eagles?
Well, it's going to be offensive interference. It looks like Overby was the intended receiver, I think, in the area down there, number 11. Mike Overby is a senior, 6 foot, 180-pounder from Caruthersville, Missouri.
Beg your pardon, but Mr. Corner looked like he was guilty.
Well, we'll let you discuss that with Men in Stripes a little later on.
He likes to say, hey, I didn't do it.
Officially, it is pass interference offense. Loss of down on the play. 4th and 5, and they will boot the ball away. Jimmy Duke along with High Sailors in the booth, our statistician as usual, Mike Singleton, Rodney Puckett on the spotter's headset, and of course, Tom the Bomb, who brought the cake on the field, Mapes, is our field man.
It was Jimmy Exum's responsibility, the cake was.
That was fun. I appreciate that.
Well, when you get your age, you appreciate about anything.
Timeout has been called on the field to charge it to the Lambuth Eagles. With that timeout, let's take a quick one. No score. We'll be right back.
Your senior portrait a creative image from Bass Studios.
TBI Steel is one of this region's largest steel customer processing centers and is proud of their 8-year contribution to the economic growth of Greater Jackson. TBI employs over 30 here with similar operations in Clarksville and Paducah. TBI Steel furnishes industry, machine and welding shops, contractors and fabricators with readily available product. They burn, shear, and cut to customer specifications and can deliver within a 100-mile radius of Jackson. Need steel? Call TBI.
Back at Rothrock, where Lambuth Eagles have punted the ball away, Chris Hudgens did the punting chores for him, and it was falling on at about the 22-yard line. So we'll get the chance to see what the Lane College offensive unit can do first time out here in the ball game. We will do our best to keep up with names and numbers for you. We're a little bit short on information from Lane College as far as rosters and copies of such, but we'll do our best through our spotter here to keep up with what's going on for you. Give it off the left side. And we'll try to get a name and a number for you. Tommy Stewart, number 34, the ball carrier. The quarterback is wearing number 11, and we do not have a number 11. There it is. Sewell has changed from 14 to 11. So James Sewell is the quarterback, starting quarterback. We have him listed as number 14. He's wearing the 11 jersey. That has been corrected, so we know who we've got now. Straight ahead on the ground, same play this time, up across the 30 out to maybe the 31-yard line. Tommy Stewart again. Here's the offensive line for Lane College, or the backs. Quarterback is Sewell. The wingback and tailbacks, Antonio Harris, Derek King, and Reginald Hughes. That's the guy we need to watch out for. Split end is Tony Fox, and the tight end is Darrell Johnson. Number 3 is Reginald Hughes, and that's the man that they say can fly if he gets outside. Watch him go. Sewell on the keeper this time. Turns it up, hit and nailed. A loss on the play. Hal Goldberg, number 53, the 190-pound sophomore linebacker, came up to put the hit on him. In the trenches for Lane College, the tackles are Gregory Thaxton and Joshua Douglas. The center is Trevor Emery, and the guards are Terrence Richardson and Steve Collins. That was the lineup as we were given it yesterday. I understand there may have been a couple of changes before game time, and we'll try to pick those up for you as the game progresses. 4th and 2, big rush. They almost got it. Kicker goes down, but the official didn't buy the act. Crockett has the football at the 30, cuts back, now slips on the turf and goes down at about the 33-yard line. Good pressure in there that time by Hal Goldberg and Ricky Catlett for Lambuth College. They almost got it.
I don't see how they missed it.
Me either. It's like trying to hit a golf ball through a tree.
When you got 3 guys with their arms outstretched, I don't see how it got through there.
Eagles back on the offensive as neither team has been able to do a lot with the football yet offensively. Mike Overby goes far to the splits far to the far side of the field. Brad Garner sets him up now, looks, gives, and not much doing there. May have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Darrell Clark, the tailback. Walters up to make the tackle for the Dragons of Lane College. Barry Clark is a freshman. He's 5'8", 180, and comes from Selmer, Tennessee, down in McNairy County.
I don't believe Lambuth is going to run against that big line too much tonight, do you?
They are pretty big on the front. We'll try to get you some numbers as far as that's concerned if we can do that. They set it up again, 2nd and 10, no gain. Ball at the 34-yard line. We're in the first quarter. The ball comes loose this time. Bad exchange, and I believe Lane has the football at the 28-yard line. Vincent Easley over to make the recovery for the Lane College Dragons, and here's the first break of the ball game.
That's a big break. It gives them the ball on about the 29-yard line.
Exactly. That's where they're going to mark it.
But I thought Garner was laying on the ball. I don't know how it popped out.
It looked like he was trying to get back up under there to get to it, and the surge from the defensive line just wouldn't let him get a hand on it. At any rate, it goes as a fumble loss on the Lambuth side, and Lane will have the football. Set him up. He goes straight ahead again this time, and down around the 25-yard line. That is Stewart again with the football.
Okay, Jimmy, let's meet the Lane College cheerleaders, as we always like to do in each game, and meet them one by one. Tell us who you are and where you're from.
Hi, I'm Tisa Thompson, and I'm from Beloit, Wisconsin. Hello, my name is Andrea Ray. I'm a freshman. I'm from Forest City, Arkansas. Hi, my name is Regina Davis. I'm a freshman. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. Hi, I'm Charlotte Marshall, a sophomore from Jackson.
All right, hold it, Jimmy. Go ahead.
Okay, 2nd down and 6, gain of 4 for Stewart on the play. Out of the wishbone this time. Fake it, give it to the first man through. That is Stewart once again, the workhorse so far.
Okay, Jimmy.
You go ahead, Tom.
Let's get the rest of them.
Carmen Earl, a sophomore from Memphis, Tennessee. Hi, Debbie Aldridge, sophomore from Blytheville, Arkansas. Sonia Stewart, sophomore, Jackson, Tennessee. Cassandra Nichols, senior, Detroit, Michigan. Hi, Angela Wallace, freshman, St. Louis, Missouri. Hi, I'm Kimberly Williams. I'm a sophomore, and I'm from Chester, Pennsylvania.
3rd down and 4 now. Thank you, Tom. As Sewell sets his team, they give it again straight up. Keeping the ball on the ground, that is Tommy Stewart, number 34, still the ball carrier, and as of yet, we haven't seen the speedster with the football.
Well, Stewart is a 190-pounder, and he's the man that Lee Triplett is going to call on on his short yardage situation. They say he is one heck of a runner. Hard to bring down. So is Reginald Hughes, but he's the man that's going to break away and catch a long distance.
Let's see what they do with it now. Critical situation for Lane, 4th down and 2 from the 20. They give it off in the same situation. I believe he's got enough as he surges forward. That's Stewart again, Tommy Stewart with the football. Looks like our spotter through the glasses says 1st down. That's what the referee says. They agree. We'll go with that. Looks like he might have had a yard or so to spare. No, not much to spare. At any rate, it'll be 1st down for Lane College.
It don't take much, just enough.
That's right. Just get it across the little line there. Again, Sewell, they give it to the speedster, Reginald Hughes. He is wrapped up and knocked down about the line of scrimmage.
Did you see how he hit the line, though, twisting and turning?
Damon Bradford, 43, had a hold of part of the shirt there. Gain of 1 they give him on the play. 2nd down and 9. Short 1, possibly. They send receivers to the far side and to the near side of the field. Again, Sewell, they give it to the second man through this time. Out across the 15 down to around the 14-yard line. That's Antonio Harris with the football. Harold Pearson checks back into the ball game now for Lane College.
4 yards. Third down, 6 yards to go.
Call it 3rd down and 6. Clock is running. 5.5 minutes left here in the first quarter of play. From Rothrock Stadium, it's a Lane College home game. They send Harold Pearson to the near side this time. Sewell, quick drop, looking for Pearson, throws in the corner. It's going to be out of, and into the side of an Oldsmobile over there.
Ooh.
There is a Lambuth player down, and we may have a problem. He hit the asphalt pretty hard. Now he's getting up. So did the Lane, the receiver, as he banged into the side of a parked Oldsmobile in the end zone, and he is definitely hurt. That's Harold Pearson. Let's take a look at it, Hi. There you see Pearson. He arched it out there. Pearson went up, hit, and bang right into the car. And there you see the Lambuth player in the background hit the chain link fence over there. I think that was 43, Bradford. We'll check the condition on both of them. I think Bradford is up and back in the huddle. He is a little shook up. Now Pearson comes up.
Oh, you know their hands are skint.
Yep. I tell you what, these guys are tough, but to take on an Oldsmobile early in a ball game may be a little bit too much even for them.
And an asphalt track.
Tell the truth. Still a little bit stunned is Harold Pearson. He's coming toward the sideline on his own power. And that was a tough one. Made a good effort on the football. It would have been incomplete even had he come down with it.
Well, they don't need to have cars and trucks on the...
No, not at all, Tom. That is most definitely a hazard at that point. Right in the corner of the end zone. Field goal attempt. Flags fly. Hughes puts it up and through, but let's check the penalty. That is... I said Reginald Hughes. That's number 3. Let's see. 6. Tony Gross.
Well, the Dragons are going to back it up about 5 yards and try it again, I would assume.
It appears that way. I beg your pardon. Gross was the holder. Reginald Hughes was the kicker. And he put it right through the middle of the uprights, but the flags flew. And as you said, Hi, they'll back it up about 5 yards and try it again. Now we'll try it again. Number 3, Hughes. They'll put it down at about the 36-yard line. Nope, they're going to run with it. Hughes, ball's on the ground. Lambuth has the ball, I believe. So they tried to trick play, and it looks like it's backfired in their face, and their break goes for 0.
Tough having to take them off the board, too.
Yeah, indeed. Chris Medeiros, number 10, fell on the fumble to football over there as they tried the trick play, and Reginald Hughes really never had a handle on the football. Hi.
No, he didn't, and from the looks of the first kick, that was his distance. I don't believe he'd have cleared it from 5 yards deeper.
I think you're right. Lambuth gets the football back with 5 minutes left here in the first quarter of play. They're going to throw again. They got the man Overby. He's got it at the 40-yard line, and he put it right on target. Mike Overby never had to break stride, and that's the big play that Lambuth needed.
Well, Garner has been flirting with it all night.
Yep.
Finally completed it.
Take a look at it. There you see it. Overby in stride just reaches right out there and pulls her down, and Brad Garner on target.
First down, 10 yards to go. Eagles on the Dragons.
39-yard pass and completion. Garner to Overby. Lambuth has it 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line of Lane College. Stack the backfield again. And we've got movement back there, and I don't believe he got reset. Flags all over the place. Lambuth will be called for a procedure penalty, I'm sure, as the up-back moved just a tick too early. That's 24, Barry Clark, the freshman, just a little bit over anxious that time. He'll sort that out, I'm sure.
Timmy, the plays are coming in from Lambuth bench, and Garner is doing a super job reading the Dragon defense because he's changing almost every play at the line of scrimmage.
Garner is a senior this year at Lambuth and a 4-year starter. We can remember back when we first started doing Lambuth ball games that Garner was one of the starting quarterbacks even that far back.
It looked like the plays back in those days were designed for a right-handed quarterback. He looked a little awkward, didn't he? Or maybe that's because we're right-handed.
Back it up 5 yards. 1st and 15, it'll be just outside the 40-yard line. Lambuth sends Danny Crockett, 88, split to the near side of the field. Pinkston to the far side. Garner on the pitchback. Fumble the ball. It's still on the ground. And I believe Lambuth may have gotten back on it. Barry Clark again unable to handle the football.
Tell you what, guys, there's been a lot of mistakes in this first quarter, and that's what killed both teams all year, isn't it?
That's been their problem on both sides. Let's look at it again. Garner pitched it back.
Never got the handle on it.
And there was the second mistake as he tried to pick it up and run with it rather than falling on the football. They got lucky. Lambuth still has it. 2nd and 16, I beg your pardon. Loss of 1 on the play now. Garner again looks to throw. Good protection.
Got a man open.
Got a man open. Overby. Complete.
Touchdown,
Touchdown, Eagles. No flags on the field. And once again, Brad Garner put it right between the ones, and number 11 has a touchdown. Look at it, High. Straight drop. Good protection. Nice touch. Hit him at the 10, and he dances into the end zone. See who will have to try the PAT. That'll be number 3. Give me a name on that one, if you will, Mr. Spotter. Mike Kennedy. Mike Kennedy will try the PAT. With 3:35 left, Lambuth has drawn first blood, and again, there are Lane College people jumping across the line. This time, number 93, a little over anxious before the snap. Rawls was had the infraction on that one as he came across in a large hurry.
He also lost his mouthpiece on that one. It was a good lick. Called him a free shot.
3:35. Clock is stopped as they sort the penalty out down there and pick up all the dirty laundry on the field, the yellow flags.
They keep throwing those. They're going to need clothespins at halftime.
Leon Jackson, 56, checks out of the ball game now. Now they're going to call it against Lambuth. Apparently, Lane was drawn offside this time. Illegal procedure against Lambuth College, and
I didn't pick it up, but I think that the Dragons have been picking up some motion all night.
Illegal motion, the correct moniker for that call. Kennedy will try it again from 5 yards farther back. 6-0, Lambuth leads it right here at 3:35 to go in the first quarter. Kennedy bangs it up, and no good,
wide to the left.
Wide to the left. So with 3:35 left in the first quarter, Lambuth leads it 6-0.
At Jackson's Mid-South Denture Group, Dr. Lowe provides one-day denture service. A single denture with plastic teeth is $119 and can be ready in only 1 day. A single denture with porcelain teeth is $200 and can be ready in 2 days. For appointments or information on other fees, phone 668-7460. The Mid-South Denture Group in the Hamilton Hills Shopping Center, Jackson.
Back at Rothrock as Lambuth has scored first on the strength of a pass from Brad Garner to Mike Overby in the corner with 41 yards, Mike Singleton tells me, on the connection. And that put 6 on the board. The PAT was wide left. Lambuth will boot it off now. They got the ball laying flat on the ground at the 45. They're going to try to squib it down through there. Nobody back deep for Lane College. They've all pulled up to about the 25-yard line.
The Dragons threw the ball laying flat, too. I don't think they need to be deep. They picked that up. Evidently, Lambuth does not want to give it to those fast backs.
Apparently not. Lambuth approaches the ball. Good driving kick. It's going to get through that up front. Reginald Hughes is after it. Picks it up now. Let's see what he can do. Not much as Lambuth swarms all over him at the 18-yard line. And Lambuth pulled off a good one that time. The squib kick got up in the air and through the front lines. McAnally up to make the first hit for Lambuth College. Hal Goldberg was the kickoff man for Lambuth that time, number 53. There are two Goldbergs out there. 53 is Hal, 92 is Stewart.
And
You're
Rube's
correct.
on the
But
bench.
Tim, when you kick a ball flat like that, it goes down the field rather than end over end, which you can handle. It goes down the field floating sideways.
Right.
It's hard,
Kind of
like a
the,
knuckleball.
Yeah, the football equivalent of a knuckleball. They try their left side this time, ganged up, slips away from two tackles, still on his feet, breaks into the secondary, and still on his feet and rolling is Tommy Stewart. And again, one of those twisting, spinning type motions as he came across the line of scrimmage.
Well, Coach Lee Triplett told me that Tommy Stewart was hard to bring down, and that
There it is again.
right here it is. You said for yourself.
Spun through two tackles, slipped out of one there, and is finally hit and knocked down by T.C. Pete, the left cornerback, a freshman for Lambuth College. Clock is running, 3:04. Lane picks up a first down. They mark it at the 35-yard line. James Sewell brings them to the line for the Dragons. Give it off left side again is Tommy Stewart, number 34, with the football. And not much doing this time. Probably got 2, maybe 3 yards out of the play on the left side.
I looked on the roster,
yes.
Jimmy. It looks like about 10 of the 100 Lambuth Eagles are from Jacksonia. Jackson kids. So you got about 10% of the roster local.
Right.
That's a lot of kids, isn't it?
Of the original starters, Tom, I think there were 5 of the original starting offense and defense that are Jackson products. That's good to see. Sewell gives it off to the quick man Hughes. Looks for the sideline. They've got him strung out. They've got him knocked down. Flag on the far side of the field. As Reginald Hughes tried to get to the corner, he was run out of bounds in the area. Damon Bradford, number 43, along with Bill Underhill, defensive end, number 2. Looks like it's going to be motion against Lane College this time, the preliminary call.
Jimmy, Hughes looks real quick, but it's hard to gain yardage going sideways, isn't it?
Well, I think Lambuth, in talking to Coach Hardegree earlier in the week, they said they've got to keep Lane contained.
Well, they did a super job containing Reginald Hughes right there.
The defensive unit has got to be aware of that sideline, and they're going to try to string it out as much as possible. That was, in that particular situation, they had it 3 deep. If he'd have cut back inside, they still had him cut off.
They had him strung out, but Reginald Hughes can pick him up and lay him down, can he?
Jimmy, you might explain why Lambuth has up to 100 on their roster.
I wish I knew.
Well, I think it's because they offer so many scholarships and everybody can walk on pretty much.
I guess that's true, too, yeah. That's true. That's good to see, though. Good support for the team over there. Out of the wishbone this time with 1:44. Sewell fakes, going to throw. Got a man down the sideline, flips it out to safety valve, and he's hit and knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Antonio Harris, number 45, the receiver on the play. Taylor knocks him out of bounds for the Eagles of Lambuth College. It's going to be short of the first down, maybe 4.5, 5 yards short.
Sweden.
1:35. Clock is stopped. They're going to punt it away this time. Takes a low banger. It's going to be rolling. He takes a lane roll and now will die at the 25-yard line, where Lambuth will have the football, 1st and 10, headed toward the north goal. They lead it 6-0 at this point. The 1:24 left on the first quarter clock here from Rothrock. I keep sitting on my spotter's headset cord up here. He's going to...
Right now, if my count is accurate, there's been 9 penalties in the first quarter. That's a bunch.
That's just against Lane.
Against Lane.
Yeah. No, that's total. I beg your pardon. That is total penalty.
I'll take your word for it.
Don't. Check it out. Brad Gardner, number 12, at quarterback still. They give it off, and Lane is right there in the backfield this time. Nothing doing. Darren Walters, the tackle, 72, gets up, along with free safety Vincent Easley. Anthony Thaxter, 16, the fullback, was the ball carrier. He got knocked back about a yard or so. Let's call it 2nd down and 11 as you hear the Lane College band come to life. They'll be presenting the halftime show, brought to you as usual by Wallach Music Company on Airways Boulevard. Second and 11, Garner to throw. Good protection, throws into traffic, in and out of the hands of Richie Pinkston. And a good defensive play on the far sideline by Lane College to get a name to go with Byron Scott. Almost picked that one off, but was able to bother Pinkston enough that he couldn't bring the ball down. 47 seconds, clock stopped on the incomplete pass. Third down and 11 now. Mark the ball at the 23-yard line. Lambuth in their own territory, up by 6 at this point. Garner checks him off. Drops the throw. Big pressure, unloads, flips it out there, incomplete. And a lot of pressure applied that time by the Lane College defensive unit. Let's see who gets up. 92 back there on the defensive play. Let's see if we can get a number. That's Alfred Moore. Wendell Hilliard also in on the play, and they applied the pressure. Garner had to dump it off. Fourth down now. Lambuth will boot the ball away. Snap is a little wide. He gets it up. Partially blocked by Lane. It's going to come down and take an eagle roll and be down at the 45-yard line. They scramble for the football. I don't know whether anybody touched it before. Lane has the football, I believe.
While they're unpiling that for you, Jimmy, I've got band director Kenneth Sampson with us, and what can we expect at halftime?
Well, you can expect the usual superb halftime show performed by Lane College band.
Do we have any recognizable tunes we can expect tonight?
Yes, we will be playing the Olympia theme, One Moment in Time. I'm sure the whole nation would recognize that tune, and that we heard it many, many times a few days ago.
Right, by Whitney Houston. Let's check the play. I'll come back to you in a second.
All right, Tom, Lane with the football again. Nothing fancy, straight ahead.
How big is the Lane band this year, Dr. Sampson?
We have about 40 members. We are down considerably when we compare it with the early 70s.
What do you think the reason is?
Oh, I think probably competition among the various schools.
Hang on a second. Let me interrupt you again to catch the play.
Second down and 4. And the whistle blows. I believe they got the play off in time. They're going to let it stand as they go straight ahead with the football. And that's the end of the first quarter of play with a score. Lambuth 6, Lane 0. We'll return to Rothrock.
Historic drought situations, higher temperatures prevail, but they know that these drought conditions can continue without relief. Does someone have something to share with the rest of the class?
Can't beat it. Feeling you get from a Coca-Cola Classic. You can pick the real thing.
Class dismissed.
Back at Rothrock as the first quarter is history. 6-0. Lambuth leads it on the strength of a Brad Garner to Mike Overby pass and run, covering 41 yards. The PAT by Kennedy was pulled wide to the left, and there you have the 6 points.
We're back with Kenneth Sampson as we get ready to go. Jimmy, let's get this first play in, and I'll pick you up with a little bit more.
Okay, Tom, we'll do that. Second quarter, first play just about to take place. Third down and 2 now from the 40-yard line. Correction, let's make that the 38-yard line. James Sewell, number 11, the quarterback for Lane College, has the team out. The officials are conferring now. If Lambuth readjusts their defensive unit, Sewell sets him out of the wishbone this time. They give it to the second man through. He spins and may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Antonio Harris, number 45, the ball carrier, was hit and upended. Tom.
Back with Kenneth Sampson. I guess you're glad to be performing before the home crew. I think it's the first time the Dragons have been here this year, right?
No, this is the second time.
Second time?
This is our second performance.
You're going to be in the homecoming parade in a couple of weeks, aren't you?
Yes, definitely. We look forward to it, and we invite everyone out to witness what we consider one of the most spectacular parades in West Tennessee.
Great. See you at halftime.
Thank you.
All right, Kenneth Sampson.
4th and 1. Lane will go for it. Sewell straight ahead. He's got it. The surge was enough to pick up the first down before they knocked him back. Good defensive charge, but a little bit... it'll be first down and 10 there for the Lane College Dragons as they move the chains forward. Just shy of the 35-yard line. Taylor up to make the hit, but he squirted through for enough to get the first down. High Sailors, first quarter. Let's get this play, and then we'll get first quarter stats. First and 10 for the Dragons from the 35-yard line. James Sewell sets his team. Fakes, throws, and it's going to be incomplete as he threw to the corner. The man cut inside, and it falls incomplete. High of the numbers.
Lambuth rushed the ball ran the ball 7 times for a -2 yards. They attempted 8 passes, completed 3 for 90. They had 3 first downs. They were penalized 3 times for 25. They fumbled twice, lost 1 of them. They had a total 88 yards in the first quarter. Lane ran the ball 13 times for 48 yards. They attempted 2 passes, completed 1 for 4 yards. They had 3 first downs. They were penalized 6 times for 30 yards. They had a total of 52 yards.
And no fumbles.
And no fumbles, and Lambuth cannot run the ball on them at that rate.
Second and 10. The quick man Hughes is caught by the jersey and dragged to the ground back about the line of scrimmage. Looks like number 44 for the Lambuth defensive unit. Scott Jones over to make the tackle from behind.
So far, Reginald Hughes' speed has made no difference in this ball game.
You haven't let him get outside and use it as yet. There you see the young man, number 3. Clock continues to run as they keep the ball on the ground for the time being. Harold Pearson, number 40, checks into the ball game for Lane College. Pearson will come to the near side, split wide. They send Darrell Johnson, tight end, number 81, to the right side. Wishbone set in the backfield. Sewell to throw, looking for Johnson. Got him at the 18, cuts back inside. Skips over 2 tacklers, hit, knocked down short of the goal line. And a good second effort out there by Darrell Johnson as he broke 2 tackles and spun out of 1 to get some extra yardage. Look at it here. Good throw, nobody around him. They were playing him a little bit slack. Broke 2 tackles there, finally ridden to the ground at about the 3-yard line. Medeiros up to make the tackle for Lambuth College and save the touchdown. They mark it just across the 5 at the 4. First and goal from there. 31-yard pass completion. Sewell, left side. Touchdown, Lane College. They give it to Tommy Stewart, the workhorse, all night long, and he blew through the left side of the Eagle line and put 6 on the Lane side of the board.
And now that missed extra point weighs heavy, doesn't it?
It does. You're not kidding. Just about what we expected, though, High. A game with some mistakes, but a game that's going to be tight, I think, all the way through. Lane to try the PAT. Snap is good. Kick is
it's a tied ball game still.
Off to the right and no good. So with 12:40 left here in the second quarter of play, it's tied.
5 years ago, the Smiths bought a home with vinyl siding. The Joneses bought a brick home. Today, the Joneses are moving out and up because brick, unlike vinyl or wood, adds 6% to a home's appreciated value. So when the Joneses sold their home, they made more money, which may finally explain why the Smiths can't keep up with the Joneses.
Holly Springs Jackson Brick, a member of the Home Builders Association of Jackson.
There you see the situation. Second quarter, 12:40 left. Lambuth Lane knotted at 6. Both PATs, 1 wide right, 1 wide left.
And it looks like the team that makes the fewest mistakes might win the ball game.
Might win the ball game. That's true. So far, there have been mistakes. We expected that. So far, the game is close. We expected that. We're in the second quarter of play.
And we expected that.
Hurd is back deep for Lambuth College, along with, if I can pick up a number over there, looks like Jeff Allen, number 85. Lane will boot it away. It's going to come down short again and be taken right there at about the 30-yard line, out to the 35. Anthony Thaxter, number 16, up close, took the football and hammered to the ground at the 35-yard line. Lane's firing up now.
He was nailed. And tippers flew a little bit there, Jim. This is going to be an exciting ball game. There's a lot of hard hitting going on out there.
Well, we expected that, too.
Expected it.
Okay, we'll go on to something else. I think we've worn that line out. See where they mark the football. Just across the 30-yard line. Brad Garner still in at quarterback, number 12, 36, I beg your pardon. Garner, big pressure, rolls, throws. almost picked off at the 40-yard line. He had it and was thinking goal line before he thought catch the ball.
He was, but if Brad Garner had been right-handed, he would have never got the pass off.
You're mighty right about that. Let's take a look at it again. Garner in big trouble. Flips it out there short of his intended receiver. Michael Bland almost picked that one off. He wears number 25 for the Dragons of Lane College.
You can't
almost
run with it before you have it in your hand.
That's right. Crockett comes to the near side along with Richie Pinkston, number 35. They split Overby wide to the far side. Garner drops. Got time. Looking for Overby. No, I beg your pardon. That's Allen over there. And the ball falls incomplete. Looked like a little late hit going on out there as Allen had his helmet rearranged for a second. But the ump says no. Ball's incomplete at any rate.
Both teams is getting in a lick wherever they can. But the Hares have got to be standing up on Brad Garner's neck because they own it every time, every play.
Good pressure by the defensive unit at Lane College right now, not giving Garner nearly as much time as he would like to throw. That has not been the case all night long, however, as he has completed 2 long passes. Garner sets him up. Everybody loaded to the far side of the field this time. 2 behind him. Lane showing blitz. Garner unloads down the sideline. Overby, the intended receiver, and a lot of bumping down the sideline.
After tonight's game, Brad Garner might take up food. He has been creamed on every pass play.
They're really putting the pressure on him now. But he's hanging in there cool. I tell you what, he's showing some stuff as he hung in there and threw that ball 35, 40 yards. Goes for naught at any rate. They'll punt the ball away. Pressure from the right side, and he hangs it up there. Hudgens. Ball hits at the 35, takes a Lambuth roll, and still rolling down around the 25, 24-yard line. Nothing but white shirts there. And a good punt and roll as Lane is backed up in their own territory. They'll take it 1st and 10 from there. 6-6 the score. We're in the second quarter of play with 11:55 left in this one.
You know, Jimmy, if Garner was getting any support with the ground game, I think he'd be a lot more effective in his passing game. But, you know, they're just lowering their ears and charging after him.
No doubt about it, Tom. That's a good point. And we'll see if they may make that adjustment if they can at halftime.
So far, they're, what, minus yardage or something rushing? Very
minus
few.
3, I think, in the first quarter play. Sewell spins, gives it off to Pearson, cuts up inside, big hole. Finally closed up and knocked down short of the 35-yard line. I said Pearson, that's Stewart, 34 with the football. Pearson is 40, Stewart 34. There he is. Host of Lambuth shirts in the neighborhood to knock him down. Marked the ball at the 34-yard line. 11:41 left on the clock. Timeout has been called on the field. They're going to measure. 11:41. They'll come in to check this one out. It looks like it's going to be close from here.
It's definitely going to be close.
Chain gang headed in from the far side of the field.
Yeah, Jim, we've done several high school ball games this year, and you got a few big guys hitting hard. Out here tonight, you got all big guys hitting hard.
It's a hard-hitting game every year. They do have the first down. The measurement proves effective. And Lane will take it from the 34-yard line and move forward from there, hopefully. $11:41 left in this one. The clock is stopped as they move the chains forward now. They set them up on the far side. Sewell at quarterback. They send Harold Pearson to the far side. Split this time. Sewell keeps it on the ground straight ahead on the quarterback keeper. Probably got 2, maybe 3 yards out of that one. Let's see where they mark the football. Gain of about 3. Let's call it 2nd down and 7. Mark it at the 37-yard line. 11:06, clock is running. We're in the second quarter. This time they send Thomas Haynes, number 20, to the far side. Pearson to the near side. Sewell gives it off to Stewart. He keeps it straight ahead off the right tackle slot, out near first down territory, but I don't think he got it this time. So it's going to be about a yard short. Goldberg Howell up to make the tackle. Goldberg, comma, Howell. There's a Goldberg, comma, Stewart out there also. There he is, number 92. Third down, about a yard. Sewell spins, gives it to Stewart again. He tries the left side this time. He's got enough for the first down. Stuart Goldberg, 92 in the area, along with number 53, his brother, Hal. The Goldberg brothers ganged up on him to bring him down. Clock is running with 10:13. We're in the second quarter from Rothrock. Lane, Lambuth knotted at 6 points apiece. Lane in control of the football right now. Pretty much a running game at this point from their standpoint. Lambuth has tried to throw, but as Tom indicated earlier, their lack of running game may be hampering that somewhat. Sewell, second man through, big hole into the secondary. He's got room to ramble, caught from behind and dropped at the 30-yard line. And Mark Hazard, number 55, the team's leading tackler, got him from behind. Let's look at it again. There you see it. Nothing fancy. They give it to the second man through this time. Big hole. Watch Hazard come up from behind right there.
Number 53, Goldberg, is the man.
Goldberg is there. Okay, my mistake. Goldberg first, then Hazard on top. 55 and 53.
He was assisted by Mr. Hazard.
Yes. All right, here we go. Lane with the football, 1st and 10. 6-6 the score. Again, the ball's on the ground. Everybody's after it. Let's see what we've got. Lambuth thinks they've got it. Lambuth,
and they do,
has the football. Nope. Yes, they do. Lambuth has the football. Rock, as we had the Lane College defensive unit again jump off sides on the play before. The play before that was a 7-yard gain by Naylor around the left side.
And that penalty is going to give Lambuth another first down.
See what they do as the officials talking it over. Also had some discussion with a couple of the Lambuth players. And 10, yet they were showing the chains going the wrong direction. Now they got the chains where they're supposed to be.
Well, that means it's first and whatever you can get.
I'll go along with that.
First in the rest of the field, maybe?
I think you could probably sell that to the guys on the far side, too. 1st and 10 now, 37-yard line where the ball is marked. Brad Garner sets them up. Again, Lane jumps, but they get back. No, they don't get back. Flags fly again. Lane has come up with a football, but again, flags flying into the pile. And let's see how they sort this one out.
Well, the first flag was offside the Dragons. The second flag was somebody is getting a little upset.
Yeah, it's getting a little testy down here. You can tell. Both teams, and it's not even halftime yet. There's some bad blood brewing.
Hey, I'm afraid you're right, Tom. This one may turn into a Mike Tyson marathon before it's over with.
Well, when a single defender runs through your line of scrimmage and picks up the quarterback and hostily throws him to the ground, that's enough to make you mad.
That'll tend to heat you up a little bit. Yep, you're right.
Well, it's happened several times, too.
It really has. You're right.
But I remember what the coach said. You know, you treat people like they treat you. Is that what he said?
Personal foul is the call now as they're going to back a big one up against Lane College. We're going to check this out with our spotter back here. Okay, we got a total of 20-yard penalty on the play. The 5 on the dead ball foul and 15 for unnecessary roughness or unsportsmanlike conduct against Lane College. 7:58 as they sort that one out. Lambuth with the football, 1st and 10. They give it to Naylor. Got some room to run. Flag flies. Naylor still on his feet down near the 30 to 32-yard line and ridden out of bounds.
Number 5, Frank Naylor on the carry.
Frank Naylor, number 5 with the football. Let's check out the penalty. We got a hold against Lambuth this time. That's going to bring that one back.
Against the Eagles.
Preliminary call was offensive holding. Even though you may have heard the PA say clip, we'll find out which one is right here in a minute.
Well, I think if we get one more penalty, we need to stop the game for 3 minutes and let everybody jump off sides and let everybody hold each other, you know, and get out of their system.
I think you're going to have to go down and hose them down at halftime, both sides here.
Cool them off, put them in ice.
Got to settle the thing down. Tom, how does it feel to you on the sideline down there?
Not particularly too good. A little hostile down here. People, in a 6-6 game, what do you expect, too?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Garner steps to throw. Got time. Throws. Overby. Incomplete. Garner skipped it at about the 45-yard line.
And Garner was nailed again, was he not? As soon as he let the ball go, his rib cage has got to be bruised.
Well, hopefully he's wearing a flak jacket. If he's not, he'll be ordering one in the morning. There you see the Lane defensive unit as they swap a few players here and there. Pinkston checks back in for Lambuth, number 39, along with 81, Jeff Cisco.
Tom? Brad Garner I know, is hoping for a ground game in the second half.
Danny Crockett comes to the near side. Pinkston split wide left. Garner looks him over now. Lane showing blitz again. Here they come. Throws incomplete, and again Garner bites the dust. Number 92, Alfred Moore, 6'3", 220 pounds, is coming through clean around the right end. Nobody touched him that time.
There's no guessing. The Dragons know that Lambuth is going to throw on every play. When you're minus yardage, you're going to put the ball in there. That's what you're successful at, so it just opens up the defense. They come in after you.
Leon Jackson, number 56, comes off the field for Lane College, holding. Heading straight for the ice bucket. And he is in a bit of pain, you can tell. Garner again. This time they pick up the blitz. Throws incomplete. Danny Crockett, 88, in the neighborhood, along with Mike Overby on a crossing route at about the 25-yard line. He threw it between them and into the ground, incomplete. And Lambuth again getting nothing going here offensively. They'll boot the ball away. Chris Hudgens, number 87, will be doing the punting for Lambuth. Back deep is Reginald Hughes, number 3, along with number 20, Thomas Haynes. Again, they try the rush. Not much on it this time. It's a wobbler coming down, going to hit and stay inbounds. Now go to be down at the 22-yard line where he touched it.
Stay onside.
We're in the defensive huddle.
Stay onside, people. They cannot block you. Stay onside. Stay onside. No jumping, okay? Let's go.
Short and sweet, Tom. Stay on sides, no jumping. You heard it from inside the Lane College defensive huddle. They have the ball offensively now, and they'll see what they can do with it. Number 11 is your quarterback, James Sewell. 6 foot, 185-pound quarterback out of the wishbone. They give it off left side, and he is hammered down as he crossed the 20 out to about the 23-yard line. Stewart, again, the big ball carrier so far. Mark Hazard, number 55, in there on the tackle, along with Ricky Catlett, sophomore over there at 6'2", 220. Catlett, I believe, played his high school football at Southside High. Am I right?
You're right.
6:50, first half of play. The Lane College Marching Band will be our halftime presentation for you tonight, brought to you by the good folks at Wallach Music Company on Airways Boulevard. Stay around for that. Sewell looks, throws across the middle. Nobody within 20 yards of that one.
Everybody missed that assignment, didn't they?
The intended receiver, if we can call it that, was number 40, Harold Pearson. He was the closest, except for the guy in the third row on the far side. Incomplete.
Well, the receiver cut into the middle of the field, and evidently he was supposed to go on toward the outside. It was going to be the quarterback. Quarterbacks never make mistakes.
Failure to communicate.
Thank you. How many eggs can you eat tonight? 6:33. Clock is stopped on the incompletion.
It did have some zip on it, didn't it?
Sewell drops to throw, looks, fires, complete at the 35 and out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
Well, he went back in the huddle and he went out, cut the right way this side toward the sideline, complete pass.
T.C. Pete, number 9, over on the coverage, along with Damon Bradford. The receiver on the play was 87 or 81. I can't pick it up. 81, I believe. Daryl Johnson, the tight end, was the receiver. Nice throw and
remind Pete which way to go. That's all it is. Just a little misunderstanding.
That one was on target. Sewell had time to throw it, hit his man. And mark it short of the 40, make it to 39-yard line. Sewell spins, mix up in the backfield that time. Nothing doing. Now flag on the play. I believe that was Tommy Stewart, number 34, again with the football, and flags come in from both sides of the field.
Penalty flags on the play.
Haynes back into the ball game now. Pearson comes out for Lane. Offside Lambuth this time as they swap penalties back and forth. Move them back 5 yards. Just mark the ball now at the 45-yard line. Lane's still in Dragon territory. Mike Singleton has just informed us that his penalty pad is full, so we cannot have any more this half.
Yeah, we're going to choose up in a minute.
Daryl Johnson comes to the near side for Lane College. Sewell again, going to shovel pass. Reginald Hughes gets to the corner. He's quick. Ridden out of bounds on a good saving tackle. Kip Morris, number 18 for Lambuth, a freshman from Lexington, Tennessee, got him by the shoestring, and he was about gone if he'd have gotten by Kip.
Reginald Hughes can motor. Another first down for the Dragons.
He can motor indeed. Another first down as they mark the ball in the 44-yard line. Now in Lambuth territory. 5:42, clock running. Sewell at quarterback, sets, shovel pass back to Hughes, jukes and steps, now reverses his field, got trouble now, he's ganged up on and ridden to the ground short. T.C. Pete, number 9, in pursuit, along with a host of other white and blue shirts, and Reginald may not have tried, should have tried the other side that time.
Well, as I said earlier, you don't pick up much yardage going laterally.
That's true. Not any that counts anyway. Loss of about, 7 yards on the play. Call it second down and 17 as they strung him out pretty well after the reversal of field. They didn't take the fake, and that put him in a little bit of a bind. But he
ran about 40 yards, lose 7.
He is awfully quick. Sewell again, out of the wishbone in the backfield. Wide receiver split to both sides. Sewell fakes, drops, pressure this time, got to run. Looking for somebody to throw to, and hit at the 50-yard line and stuck hard. Rich Goulash, number 35, over to make the initial hit, along with Mark Hazard, 55. And it's going to take a while to unpile him. It looks like a
I don't
car
know
wreck.
Whether they're clawing each other or clawing for the ball, which is a lot of clawing going on.
Bill Underhill gets up off the bottom of the stack, along with Stuart Goldberg, number 92. In fact, most everybody with a Lambuth uniform, except Coach Hardegree, was in that pile.
I'm not sure he wasn't.
Well, he would have been if he could have gotten across in time.
But you've also got to give the Lambuth Eagles credit. They are pursuing the ball.
They really are. Doing a good job
and they've contained the speed of Reginald Hughes all evening.
And on the other side, defensively, Lane is really putting enough pressure on Garner that they can't get their passing attack going.
Definitely.
So it's been pretty even defensively so far, as you can tell by the 6-6 score. Now a flag from way back in the backfield. Flags fly.
Penalty on the play.
It came from the Lambuth backfield.
Delay of game.
Delay of game. 5 yards backwards against Lane College. Well, we've seen a variety of penalties tonight. If nothing else, that's the first time we've had that one.
There will be no more penalties
Mike
tonight.
Singleton is now writing penalties on the
popcorn
wall. Box, I think. 10 penalties for 60 yards, we're told, against Lane so far. We still got 3:19 to go here in the first half of play. Lambuth has a few of their own. Ball is on the ground, now scooped up by Reggie Hughes. Hit from behind, he fumbles the ball, it's loose. Lambuth, I think, may have it if they didn't blow it dead down here. Let's see how they go. And some arms fly. Another flag comes into the pile, and I don't know where that one came from. A little pushing and shoving going on in the pile. Personal foul against Lane College. That'll give Lambuth another break as they fell on the errant ball. 2 fumbles in 1 play.
Well, the way Reginald Hughes picked up the first fumble and ran with it, I'm not sure that was not a planned play.
It could have been.
You know, where you leave it on the ground?
I don't think so, High.
He was right there to scoop it up, but it didn't do him any good as he was popped loose from the football. Now
They do have that play in the book.
Lambuth back with the offensive unit on the field. They give it again to Naylor. He's been a strong runner as he's been in there. Not much going this time, however. May have gotten a yard as he crossed the 40 out to the 41, 42-yard line.
Remember the old snap and the center leaves the ball on the ground, the guard picks it up and run with it? That reminds me of that play.
That was back when they wore leather helmets, wasn't it, High?
No helmet.
No helmets, which tells you a lot if you think about it for a minute. I don't know. 2nd down and 9, gave him 1 on the play. Garner steps to throw. Got time this time. Looks, throws. Pinkston overthrows him about 1.5 yards.
And Garner was not hit. That's the first time.
They picked up the man over on the other side. Alfred Moore in 92 has been applying pressure from the far side. They double-teamed him that time, and he couldn't get through. And Garner just overthrew Richie Pinkston, number 39, across the middle. 3rd down and 9 now. Inside Lane territory at the 39-yard line. They send 2 receivers to the near side. Stack 2 backs behind Garner. Long count. Nothing doing on the Lane side this time. Drops to throw. They pick up the pressure again. And picked off this time. It's a foot race to the corner. Garner's got a shot. And gets him at the 30-yard line. And Garner saves the day for him. 25 for Lane College on the pickoff. Michael Bland on the spot. That one was thrown about 5 yards short, it looked like. There it is again. And Garner trips him up out of bounds inside the 30. Going to mark it at the 27-yard line, I believe. And again, they swap opportunities.
Well, Garner definitely saved a touchdown there. But I think what happened is Garner's so used to throwing under pressure, when he didn't have pressure, he didn't know how to handle it.
Had too much time to think, maybe, huh? Sewell spins, gives it off, left side. Goldberg can't hold on. Now hit and finally knocked down back there. Medeiros, number 10, over to make the final hit as he spun out of the tackle of Stuart Goldberg. To move the chains forward, it'll be 1st down for Lane College, deep in Lambuth territory. They're knocking on the door. Ball is marked just shy of the 15. Same play, same runner, off the tackle. Touchdown, Lane College. Tommy Stewart, number 34, bangs it across the left side. Here it is. Nothing fancy, just a handoff and a good block right there. And he broke 1 tackle and then just skips on into the end zone, and now Lane leads it 12-6.
Well, the deal is you make one more mistake and we're going to beat you.
Let's see what we can do with the PAT this time. Bad snap.
Block.
Kicks it up and no good. Wide to the left. So with 1:57 left in the first half, Lane leads it now 12-6. Don't go away now. Lane 12, Lambuth 6 as they put it in the end zone on the strength of Tommy Stewart across the left tackle slot. 1:57 left in the first half of play. Halftime with the Lane College Dragon Marching Band. Coming up, brought to you by Wallach Music Company on Airways Boulevard. Hope and Houston Sipes and Company present our halftime show each and every week here on TRTV. Boot is up. Coming down to Hurd at the 10-yard line. Now tries to cut outside. He's got some room. Still on his feet and hammered at the 35-yard line.
And he definitely took a pop. Who hit him? Did you pick it up?
I got the number. Let me get a name for you. 36 for Lane College is Lonnie Witherspoon. He really put Donnie Witherspoon put the smack to him.
You know, before the game, we expected Reginald Hughes to really run away and be the leader on offense for the Dragons, but it's been Tommy Stewart.
Yeah, it really has. They've worked him to death so far tonight. He's got one of the touchdowns.
Well, they're trying to take 5 pounds off the guy.
I think they're succeeding. Minute 47 now. Lambuth needs to score to keep this thing tight. Garner back to throw. Got time. Now runs out of pressure. Hit and dropped. About a 8-yard loss. Everywhere. And a flag is going to fly. We may have a late hit over there. Alfred Moore makes the tackle for Lane College as the pocket broke down and Garner had to scramble. That particular situation, Garner running toward his left arm, that is a very difficult throw to make, and he had to eat that football. 56, Leon Jackson coming off the field for Lane College along with 3 of the others as they'll swap in a few extra players here.
Personal foul, and it's another first down for Lambuth.
15 yards personal foul against the Lane College Dragons, and Lambuth again with the football and beneficiary of a break if they can capitalize on it. Crockett and Overby come to the near side for Lambuth College. Barry Clark now in the slot right. Garner to throw. Pressure again. Got to throw. Flips it out there. Got a man on the little flare. Got room to go. 45, 30. Turn on his feet. 25, 20, 15.
All the way. Give him 6.
Touchdown, Lambuth, and there's a flag on the field. May have a clip. Anthony Thaxter took the little flare pass, but it's going to, let's look at it again, High, so we can pick it up. Garner went back, pressure here, flips it out there to Thaxter. See if we can catch the clip. Good block there. Right there, I believe. Yep, looked like it right there. Overby, number 11, may have thrown the clip. That is the call, and that'll bring back a touchdown, and that hurts.
Well, it brought back the touchdown, but it is still a first down for the Eagles at the 40-yard line.
Minute and 2 seconds left now. Lambuth shoots themselves in the foot, shall we say.
Well, they do that, but it can happen fast. It just goes to show you that.
It can indeed. Mark it at the 40-yard line. They're in Dragon territory. Again, Danny Crockett and Mike Overby come to the near side. Garner, straight drop, looks to throw. Got to go, flips it out there for Crockett.
Interference.
He is bumped right there, and no flag. I do not believe it.
I don't either.
I do not believe it.
Do we have a replay on that one?
At any rate, I'm not paid to officiate, so I won't, but I still don't believe it. Incomplete pass. It'll go in the books that way. At any rate, there it is. Defensive man went up in front of him, bumped him, and you see Crockett a wee bit upset, and I don't blame him at all.
What do we know?
Pinkston and Crockett come to the near side. 52 seconds. Garner again. Pressure, throws, got his man, and he may have dropped the football. Complete pass, they say, as the ball's laying on the ground. Looks like it's inbounds to me.
Well,
but they have stopped the clock. Let's see what the call is.
If nobody touches the ball, he normally would let it lay there. That's a live ball.
But he waved the clock dead. No huddle this time. Garner again, big pressure, got to throw, flips it into the line. It's complete to Thaxter, shakes one tackle, and hammers down inside the 30 to the 27-yard line.
There's another flag on the field.
And another flag on the far side of the field. Anthony Thaxter on the receiving end of that one, the fullback. Let's look at it again. Big pressure, throws a little safety valve right there, breaks one tackle, and hammers down inside there. Offsides lane is going to be the call this time. That should be a first down for the Eagles.
Well, I'm not sure they aren't better off taking the play.
Maybe. I think that may be the situation. First down either way. They're going to mark the ball where? Let's see, 27-yard line on the far hash mark. Again, Crockett and Overby come to the near side. They've got 27 seconds to do something. Garner throws out of pressure again. Complete and juggled. No, incomplete. Almost had it. Good coverage by Lane that time. Intended receiver, the tight end, number 82, Mike Hopper, a 6'2", 200-pound freshman, comes off the field on the far side, limping a little bit.
The ball on the Dragons' 27-yard line.
Second and 10 now. They've got 3 shots at it from about the 27-yard line. 19 seconds on the clock. Garner again. Looks to throw. Thaxter. Garner now slips and calls for a timeout immediately. Got about a yard on the play. Timeout is charged to Lambuth College. They trail by 6. We'll be right back. We're taking some liberties. We shouldn't have been off mic there and got caught, didn't we? 11 seconds left on the first half clock. Pinkston in the slot to the far side. Overby split to the near side. Garner to throw. Got time. Throws for Overby in the corner. Had it and dropped it. And again, a lot of bumping up and down the field. Michael Bland on the coverage. He's been a tough one all night long for Lane in that cornerback slot. And Overby had his hands on it, but just could not control the football.
There's a little bumping going on before the ball's there, though. Yeah.
At any rate, incomplete.
They changed the rules already.
Incomplete. 4 seconds left. They've got one more shot at it here in the first half of play. Tom will try to corral Coach Triplett and get a couple of words with him at halftime before they go in. Garner sets him up. Straight drop. Big pressure. Flips it out on the safety valve. It's complete at the 30. Back up the middle, 25, and that'll do it as the horn sounds, ending the first half of play with the Dragons up 12-6. And Tom Mapes, I believe, has Coach Triplett headed this way. Down to Tom Mapes and Coach Lee Triplett of Lane College. Number 2 of the crosstown rivalry. Lane College leads this one right now, 12-6. And before the kickoff, High Sailors, let's get some of the numbers in.
Lambuth rushed 11 times for a total of 12 yards. They threw the ball 22 times, completed 6, had 1 intercepted for 135 yards. They had 7 first downs, 5 on penalties. They were penalized 7 times for 60 yards. They fumbled twice, lost 1 of them. A total of 150 yards for the Eagles.
Okay, we'll pick up the other stats for Lane after we get the second half underway here. Looks like
the ball is still in flat on the ground for a little scribbler.
And we are underway as Goldberg approaches. Boots it through off of the up man, picked up at the 35-yard line, cuts back to the near side of the field, hit and hammered, slips the tackle, ball is loose, pops right up in the air and picked out by a Lane College player, Johnson, Darrell Johnson, or Darnell. I have Darrell on one thing, Darnell on another. Darnell Johnson, we've been mistaken all night long. Caught the popped-up fumble anyway.
Well, the Dragons have the ball about the 41-yard line. Pretty decent field position.
Look at it again. Here he comes back across the field now. Watch the ball go straight up in the air and right into Johnson's
good
hands.
right there. Again,
Johnson on the spot. And they got about another 3-4 yards out of that exchange. Lane College has it now. 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line here in the second half. Sewell spins, gives it off. Shakes 1 tackle into the secondary now, and finally corralled as he breaks into Eagle territory.
And 2 plays and no flag.
Tommy Stewart, number 34.
Jimmy, I'm in the stands, and I just found Dr. Alex Chambers, president of Lane College, and are you enjoying the game?
Quite good.
Well, your team's ahead and looking pretty good if you can just eliminate some of those penalties, don't you think?
Look like we're going to lose the game on penalties. I was hoping that we wouldn't come up, look like every time we look like we're getting ahead, look like penalty.
Hang on a second.
1st and 10 from the 47. They give in the backfield, nothing doing, flags fly, and here we go again, Tom.
Okay. Dr. Chambers, you play ball yourself?
No, never played football.
How is the program at Lane? We've heard some word that maybe you'll discontinue football. Anything on that?
Not at this point. We are going full ahead, like we're going to keep the game. But my premise is that the academic program is first, take priority over everything else.
Yes, the next big event is homecoming in a couple of weeks, isn't it?
We're looking forward to that. That's on the 29th, and we're looking forward, hoping that we can beat Knoxville. Hope we can beat Lambuth tonight.
Okay, I'll see you at the parade. Dr. Alex Chambers, president of Lane College, Jimmy.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Thank you, Dr. Chambers. Nice to have you with us tonight.
Keeping in mind that Lambuth only had 12 yards rushing in the first half, the Dragons had 27 rushes for 139 yards. They threw 6 times, completed 3 for 52. They had 11 first downs. They were penalized 11 times for 75. They have 191 yards in the first half.
Penalty against Lane College. They've got first and long now as Sewell gives it off up the middle again. Ball carrier again is 34, Tommy Stewart. Stuart Goldberg up to make the initial hit. It'll be second down and about, let's call it 18, 19 yards or so. Second 18 officially. Lambuth scored first, missed the PAT. The second 2 touchdowns obviously came for Lane College. They also missed both point afters. That's where we are now at 12-6. James Sewell gives it off. 36 with the ball, takes 2 tackles, still on his feet, spins inside the 50 down to around the 45-yard line. Witherspoon, the ball carrier for Lane College. Let's take a look at it again. Nothing fancy. He just breaks 1 tackle there, now spins out of another one there, and picked up an extra 2-3 yards.
The ball on the Lambuth 35-yard line.
Third down and about 8 to go now. As they're trying to, they have made up the yardage that they lost on the penalty and a couple to spare. Lane sends a wide receiver to the near side is Darnell Johnson. Give off again is Witherspoon. Nothing doing this time as Lambuth swarms on him over there. Looks like Hal Goldberg and Mark Hazard, number 55, over to do a little damage for the Eagles. Hazard, I believe, was the team's leading tackler coming into this ball game through 4 games. Hadn't heard much from him tonight as he's been busy in the trenches up there, but doing a good job nonetheless. Lane, bad snap over his head. Still can't get a handle on it. Now falls on it. Lambuth in the neighborhood also.
That's the 35 as Lambuth
35-yard line is indeed correct, High, and Lambuth will have the football right there. And that snap, I don't believe Kareem could have got a hold of. Look at it again. There you see, once he got back to the ball, still couldn't get a handle on it. And Lambuth has an early break here in the second half of play and would like desperately, I'm sure, to get back even and start this one over again. Brad Garner, number 12, will still be your quarterback. Sid Crockett and Overby to the near side. Garner checks off at the line of scrimmage. Long count. Give it off. Left side. No. Garner keeps on the bootleg and read well by Lane. And he's going to be dropped for about a 4-yard loss.
You were close. Mark Hazard leads the team, is second on the team with 19 tackles and 12 assists. The leading tackler is Stuart Goldberg with 20 and 16 assists.
Beg your pardon. Stuart Goldberg leads the team. 1 tackle.
Mark will catch up tonight.
That's a name that we've heard a lot as Hazard has been a starter for many years at Lambuth along with the Goldberg brothers. Mike Overby, who comes to the near side, also did a little quarterbacking early on a couple of years ago. He split wide to the near side this time. Garner sets the team now. Pitches back. Looking for room to run. Got the corner. Cuts back up inside. 30, 27. Barry Clark, number 24, the tailback. Moore up to make the tackle. Clark is a freshman from Selmer, Tennessee. Good job by the offensive line that time to keep some running room available for Clark, and he cut the corner and got it down inside the 30. They mark it at the 27-yard line. There you see the Lambuth offensive huddle. Anthony Thaxter, number 16, with his back to you there. This time they send Jeff Sisko, number 81, to the near side. 2 receivers, Pinkston and I believe Overby, to the far side of the field. And again, flying flags in the backfield. We may have too much time this time. I'm not sure. Looks like that is the case. Too much time. The Eagles pick up this one. Lane had that infraction one time early in the first half.
Why would the defensive back throw that flag? I'm not questioning it. I'm just not sure. He checked the time?
He's keeping the time, yes. 10:20 left here in the third quarter of play. We're at Rothrock. 12-6. Lane leads the Eagles of Lambuth College. Checking into the ball game now is number 85 for Lane College. We'll try to get a name to go with that number for you. Clock running now. Third down and 8. Garner again checks the alignment. Again, Lane jumps, pitch back. Left side and hit at the line of scrimmage. May have gotten 2, maybe 3 out of the play.
Jimmy, I found Tommy Stewart down here, number 34, who's really put on a show tonight. Your thoughts on the game so far, Tom?
My thoughts is it's our game. It's our game, you know.
If you can just score a few more points and breathe a little bit more, huh?
Let's score some more.
This been one of your best games of the year so far?
Yeah.
Tell me about the touchdown play.
You know, I give all the credit to my lineman, you know. The hole was there, you know. Steve Collins jumped in, you know.
Where'd you play your high school ball?
Ely High School, Pompano Beach, Florida.
In Florida?
Yeah.
Long way from there, but you're looking good, Tom. Keep it going there.
All right, thank you.
All right, Tommy Stewart, Jimmy.
Okay, Tom, while you were engaged in conversation, a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty has been called against Lane College. Apparently, number 52, as he's discussing it with Coach Triplett very heatedly, Greg Burks may have been the man called on that play. He's going back in and still hearing from the coach as he goes back into the ball game. It moves it down to the 15-yard line. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Dragons of Lane College. And we have now reached the century mark, ladies and gentlemen, 100 yards in penalties. First and 10. Garner, quick throw, throws it into the ground, couldn't come up with it. A little crossing pattern, looked like Crockett, it is, the intended receiver, and Garner couldn't put it where he needed it that time.
Jim, I believe Fusion and Coach Triplett, if I'm not mistaken, there was only 10 players on the field for that play.
They're asking for a timeout now as Lane is trying to call it from the sidelines. They do now. With timeout on the field in the third quarter, Lane leads it 12-6. We'll take a commercial break and return to the action. Stay there.
TBI Steel is one of this region's largest steel customer processing centers and is proud of their 8-year contribution to the economic growth of Greater Jackson. TBI employs over 30 here with similar operations in Clarksville and Paducah. TBI Steel furnishes industry, machine and welding shops, contractors and fabricators with readily available product. They burn, shear, and cut to customer specifications and can deliver within a 100-mile radius of Jackson. Need steel? Call TBI.
At Jackson's Mid-South Denture Group, Dr. Lowe provides one-day denture service. A single denture with plastic teeth is $119 and can be ready in only 1 day. A single denture with porcelain teeth is $200 and can be ready in 2 days. For appointments or information on other fees, phone 668-7460. The Mid-South Denture Group in the Hamilton Hills Shopping Center, Jackson.
Back at Rothrock on a cool, chilly October evening here in Jackson, Tennessee, with the Lane College Dragons leading this one 12-6. You see it there over the Eagles of Lambuth College. Lambuth in control of the football on the strength of a penalty now down around the 15-yard line where it's second down and 10. Garner checks off at the line. Everybody in tight this time. Pitches it back to Naylor, cuts back up inside, a good block at the 5. Correction, at the 10, down near the 5 at the 6-yard line. I'm going to tell you, Frank Naylor has come off the bench and has been the running game for Lambuth since about the midway in the second quarter.
He has, and when Anthony Thaxter got his hands on the ball, he looked mighty good too.
Yep, indeed he did. They mark it at the 7-yard line, call it a gain of 8, third down and 2 from there. Lambuth needs to pick up the first down to stay in business. They give it to Naylor again. Left side got the first down and then maybe a little to spare.
Naylor again on the carry.
The field is clean of laundry at this point, the laundry being penalty flags, which we have seen a lot of tonight.
Well, you got a first and goal for the Eagles at about the, 4-yard line?
Mark it at the 4, Hi. You're absolutely correct.
First down, goal to the Eagles for the Dragons. 4-yard line.
Lane switches out a couple of players in the meantime. First and goal now from the 4-yard line. Lambuth Three set in the backfield, nobody out wide. They give it to Thaxter, I believe. He's still on his feet, driving and almost there, short of the goal line. Michael Bland makes the tackle for Lane College, along with a little help from his friends out there, but a good effort by Anthony Thaxter, the young man that you mentioned, Ty.
You know, he ran one touchdown that was called back for a clip, and every time he caught the little short pass, he picked up pretty good yardage.
Let's see what they do now. Second down, just shy of the goal line. Lambuth in their goal line offensive set. Which number will they call? Garner counts them down and jump by Lane College, and they're pointing at the center, saying they were drawn off sides.
You know, when a team is penalized as much, and I don't know who's going to get this penalty, but evidently Lane is picking up something.
Offsides, Lane College. They were all pointing at the offensive center, Jim Rhodes, saying that he drew them offsides. Apparently, the men in stripes did not agree. Half the distance to the goal, half a yard maybe.
Maybe he's sticking his tongue or something out, you know, just a little movement.
18 inches.
Leave it at second down, about a half a yard. Garner sets the Eagles again from the half-yard marker. Thaxter, touchdown Eagles. Anthony Thaxter bangs her in. Anthony Thaxter puts points number 12 up on the board for Lambuth College. Kennedy will come in to try to make the PAT. That would be something unique for us tonight. Nope. 3 have not been made. I beg your pardon. Goldberg is going to try it this time. Number 53. Hal Goldberg, I believe. Overby, the holder. Snap is low. He gets it down. He gets it up.
It's good.
It is good. And the Eagles take the lead 13-12. With that score, we'll take a break.
In historic drought situations, higher temperatures prevail, but they know that these drought conditions can continue without relief. Does someone have something to share with the rest of the class? Can't beat it. Feeling you get from a Coca-Cola Classic. Class dismissed.
Back at Rothrock as the kick comes up short to Reginald Hughes. He spins, he jukes, he falls to the ground short of the 40-yard line. And we've got a little altercation back here at about the 50. Goldberg being swarmed on by a couple of red shirts. This one might get hot before it's over with.
That's still pretty good position.
Definitely outnumbered and outmanned.
Excuse me, Tom.
Yeah, when you put it in play around the 40, that's pretty good. On a kickoff, you know, by not kicking it deep and squibbing it on the ground, sometimes it'll bite you back. That's good field position.
Well, evidently,
that's true.
Lambuth knows something.
They know they can kick extra points.
Yeah.
Sewell spins, gives off to the heavy man across the 40 to the 42. That's Tommy Stewart with the football.
Keep in mind, Lane College had a 3-point field goal, you know, pulled away early in the game. Remember?
That's true, Tom. You're right. Tommy Stewart is the fullback. He's a workhorse for Lane College tonight. 229, 5'10", a freshman from Pompano Beach, Florida. Used to playing in the warm country. It's probably a little chilly on him down there tonight. 6:42, third quarter. Clock is running. Sewell gives it off to the right side this time. Witherspoon, number 36, with the football.
Stop by number 93.
Donnie Witherspoon, number 36. We've seen him off and on during the ball game. Has to carry this time.
Witherspoon's the type of running back. He stands straight up when he runs. He doesn't get down and try to...
Does a good job when they call the number, though. This time they send Darnell Johnson to the near side of the field, split one man wide in the wishbone set in the backfield. First man through is Stewart across the 45-yard line. There are some licks being exchanged down there from both sides of the field. I can guarantee you that.
And once they contact, Jim, there's a little extra emotion put in it. You know, you can tell the tempers have kind of flared a little.
Got about 5:44 clock running here in the third quarter of play. Ricky Catlett, the Southside product, up to make the tackle for Lambuth on the last play. And Lane will boot it away, 4th and 3. Good snap this time. Big rush. Almost got it. Again, it hits and he's going to be rolling dead at about the 5-yard line. And Lambuth, with their back to the wall, has a long haul to the south end zone.
Heck of a kick under a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure. How they got that one off without it being at least tipped, I'll never know. But at any rate, they did. Well, the Eagles will be 95 yards away. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the 5.
No mistakes down here, boys.
That's 19 offside penalties, and that'll put us on the goal line.
5:22. Clock is stopped as they exchange offensive and defensive units. Let's see what Lambuth can do with their back to the wall, deep in the end zone. You're right, Tom. No mistakes down here.
It's a big series for Lane. Could put him right back in it.
Baxter and Naylor in the backfield behind Garner. Everybody in tight now. Lane jumps again. They may have gotten back. No, maybe they didn't.
They heard high.
Well, that's one of the 19. Tom, you're right. With Lambuth's ground game not going, they cannot put the ball. I don't think they're going to put the ball in the air on their own 5-yard line.
Well, Lane keeps shooting themselves in the foot like that right there, giving them 5 yards coming out of there. You know, there's no excuse this late in the ball
game. Well, like I said, and I didn't mean it disrespectfully, but, 18 more now, and they're on the goal line.
Oh, we saw that earlier in the night.
Tom, you would think with the relatively small success of the Lambuth running game from time to time that they would be a little more patient and let them get the ball off.
Well, you'd think so because, this late in the game, there's just no excuse for this kind of sloppy play, especially jumping like that now. You just don't have to do it.
1st and 5 now. Lambuth again picks up 5 on the penalty exchange, offsides. Garner again sets them up. Nobody moves this time. They go the left side. Naylor with the football, pumps it out across the 10, out to around the 13 maybe. Let's give him 3 preliminarily. 4:46 clock moving. Lambuth on top by 1, 13-12. A tight ball game, as we had expected. Unfortunately, a ball game racked with penalties on both sides of the field.
Well, that brings up 2nd down and about 3 instead of 3rd and whatever.
Don't forget now, coming up at the end of the ball game, we hopefully will be able to talk to both coaches no matter how this one comes out. But First Tennessee Bank will present a Player of the Game trophy to each side. Timeout has been called by the Lambuth Eagles with 4:19 left. They lead it by 1, 13-12. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Five years ago, the Smiths bought a home with vinyl siding. The Joneses bought a brick home. Today, the Joneses are moving out and up because brick, unlike vinyl or wood, adds 6% to a home's appreciated value. So when the Joneses sold their home, they made more money, which may finally explain why the Smiths can't keep up with the Joneses.
Holly Springs Jackson Brick, a member of the Home Builders Association of Jackson.
Back at Rothrock with 4:19, Lambuth has called a timeout. The teams are still in that position. Stewart, Tommy Stewart, number 34 for Lane College, is 1 yard shy of a 100-yard evening on 20 carries.
Well, he's definitely been their big hoss, big gun for the night. Jim, I said earlier, Lambuth would not throw the ball from the 5-yard line, and Garner just called a timeout. They're now on the 15, is 2nd and about 3. Lane's defense is in close. It might not be a bad time to put the ball in the air and a little short out pass.
Yep, that's possible. I don't think I'd throw anything too short, though. See what happens. Now, again, Lane has jumped. They may have gotten back this time. They keep it on the ground straight ahead out across the 15. Enough for the 1st down. Looked like it might have been Naylor. Correction, Thaxter with the football. 16. Knock it out to around the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 there for the Lambuth Eagles as they try to get a little room to maneuver out there. Garner brings them back. Everybody in tight again. They pitch it back to Naylor. Flag flies, and Naylor is hit at the line of scrimmage. Might have fallen forward for a yard or so. Flag came from the left side this time. We'll get a preliminary call. Looks like it's going to be against Lane once again. No, I beg your pardon. Now they're talking to Lane. Flags flying everywhere. The guys are getting a lot of good practice tonight on getting that flag out of their pocket, though.
Well, officials need that practice.
Procedure against Lambuth is to call. Back them up to about the 11-yard line now. Take 5 off.
Jimmy, I'm working on a surprise for you down here.
Oh, no, not another one.
Yeah, instant replay.
Okay.
In case the audience wasn't with us at the beginning of the ball game at the pregame show, everybody wished Jimmy Duke a happy birthday, number 39.
Yeah, thank you. With any luck at all. 3:34, clock moving now, third quarter. Lambuth at the 11. And this time Lambuth moves, and here we go again. It looks like Happy New Year all over the place. Confetti.
Well, one more play, and we'll be back at 5.
That's right. We're doing your deal in reverse
let's
here.
See who can make the most mistakes.
Lambuth obviously jumped. I believe it was Naylor who was about a half a tick ahead of everybody else. Back him up 5 more yards. That'll operate him from the 6. .325 left on the clock. They back Lambuth up again 5 yards.
Well, first practice next week, we're going to practice penalties on both sides, I'm sure.
Eagles now 1st and 20. They've been on first down for quite a while, but they're moving in the wrong basic direction here. Now they've got the same problem they started with. Give it off over the left side. Naylor got some room to run around the corner. Oh, tripped up as he got out around the 15-yard line. Victor Murray, number 22, the cornerback, got a piece of shoe and knocked him to the ground. Otherwise, he might have had some big yardage.
I believe he got the string.
Second down and 9. Mark the ball at the, it says the 12 on the scoreboard. I think it's more like the 17. That is correct. Second about 9. Garner checks off again. Pitches back. Naylor, left side. Corral from behind at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for maybe a yard or 2. Hilliard up to make the tackle for Lane College. Clock continuing to run.
Can you believe it?
At 2:15.
After 3 minutes off the clock, we're now into third down.
Yeah, and we're about 10 yards better off than we were to begin with. Been one of those nights. Couple of ball players warming up their arms on the Lane sideline. Number 5 is Robert Mundy, M-O-N-D-I-E. Correction, number 7 has been warming up. Number 5 also throwing a few down there is Hester. Garner to throw.
Got a man in the open.
Looking for Hudgens, just off his fingertips at the 45-yard line. Chris Hudgens, number 87, the intended receiver. Number 25 on the defensive down there, doing a good job of coverage all night long. Michael Bland, number 25, on the defensive coverage. 1:43 now, and Lambuth will have to boot her away.
And you can bet Lane is going to be rushing the kicker.
They'll bring everybody, including the cheerleaders, on this one. High snap. Hudgens comes down with it, boots it. It's a good driving spiral across the 50, hits it to 44. Lambuth roll, and still rolling at the 36, 37, and dead right there. So Hudgens kicks him out of trouble.
Okay, Jimmy, while we're switching fields here and teams, I've got some friends of yours, the Lane College Majorettes, who are with us. They helped us celebrate your birthday on the pregame. Let's meet them individually and see who's responsible.
Hi, my name is Francine Grant. I'm a sophomore at Lane College, and I'm a native of Memphis, Tennessee.
Thank you. Next.
Hi, my name is Tawanda Maiden. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm a senior.
Okay, Tom, hold it right there for a minute, and we'll be right back to you. First down and 10 from the 37-yard line. Sewell gives it off to Reggie Hughes, spins, and nothing doing as he's caught by the jersey and knocked down. Bill Underhill up to make the tackle. Tom.
Okay.
My name is Donna Jarrett. I'm from Trinity, Tennessee, and I'm a junior at Lane College.
Good, thank you.
My name is Ramona Christine Buck. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and my classification is a sophomore.
Hold it right there.
Okay, Tom, second down and 9, a gain of 1 on the spinning Reggie Hughes that time. Sewell looks to throw, big pressure, throws it short, and Sewell is popped hard. Number 44 applied the pressure in there for Lambuth College. That was Scott Jones, a senior linebacker from Pinson, Tennessee, put the hammer down.
Okay, more of the Lane Majorettes.
Hi, my name is Angela Boyce. I'm a freshman at Lane College, and I'm from Memphis, Tennessee.
My name is Wanda Bradley. I'm a senior at Lane College, and I'm from Memphis, Tennessee.
My name is Cherie Ruffin. I'm a freshman at Lane College, and I'm from Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay, Tom, time out again for you. 3rd down and 9 now. Ball at the 39-yard line. Lane in their own territory. Sewell, straight drop, wants to throw, runs out of trouble, is corralled, and now gang tackled out of bounds. No gain on the play for Lane this time. We'll get a number for you. That is 99, getting up off the bottom of the situation. That's Marty Taylor and Ricky Catlett doing the job. Okay, Tom.
Okay, the last 3 to celebrate Jimmy Dick's birthday.
Hi, my name is Stacy Bryant. I'm a freshman, and I'm from Memphis, Tennessee.
Hold it, Tom, one more time.
Okay.
No huddle this time as they're going to punt it away. 4th and 7 with 20 seconds here in the 3rd quarter. Lambuth is coming. Flags fly everywhere. The low driver taken at about the 22-yard line. That is Crockett, I believe, and he is hit and knocked down right there.
Okay, right before the quarter, the last 2, Jimmy. Let's get them in.
Hi, my name is Tara Shaw. I'm a sophomore, and I'm from Oakland, Tennessee. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Rochelle Tuffer. I'm a senior. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
You got it, Jimmy.
Okay, thank you, Tom, and thank you, girls. 6 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter of play. Well, let's see what the flag is all about. It's back here at about the 37-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure it was not the Lambuth nose guard who popped the center when he snapped the ball pretty hard. I don't know where he was offsides or not.
Looks like it's going to be illegal procedure against Lane is my preliminary call here.
Well, if I was Lane center, I wouldn't want to snap the ball again.
We have just been informed a new TRTV football Game of the Week record with 26 penalties and counting. We still got another quarter to go. They do mark it off against Lane this time. Back it up to the 32-yard line.
If I was a center, I wouldn't want to snap that ball again.
No, thank you. I'll be snapping it standing straight up. I got news for you.
Watch it when he snapped the ball. Watch
Everybody in tight again. They're coming after him. Bad snap. He missed it. Flags fly. And he is tackled back at the 13-yard line, and he hammers the ground with the fist. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Now what do we got? More flags. Let's check this one out.
Motion.
Motion against Lane this time. I'm sure they'll take the play. They will. The Lambuth side comes to life. And it's awfully quiet over here on the Lane side right now. End of the quarter. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play with a score of 13-12. The Eagles on top. We'll take a break and return to the action.
You gotta show me. Show me what you got.
Nachos, that's what we've got. Dinners, potato olays, and now a super salad. And guess from who?
It's Taco John's. Make it wild and spicy.
We can do that.
Really pour.
We've got another quarter to go here for you from the cool, chilly evening. Luckily, no rain or wind to hamper this already penalty-ridden ball game. Mark the ball at the 14-yard line. Between the 13 and 14. We'll call it the 14. 1st and 10 there for Lambuth on the strength of a bad snap on a punt attempt. That's Naylor inside the 10 down to the 7-8-yard line. And Naylor doing the job now.
You know, all of a sudden, Lambuth has a ground game. They didn't have that for most of the first half.
That's true. I tell you what, as hard as they've been hitting on those interior lines, there's got to be some tired folks down there. Mike Singleton has picked up the first penalty in the press box. He dropped his stat book out the window, so that gives you an idea of how this night's going. 14.5 left on the 4th quarter clock. Garner sets him inside the 10 now. Ball's on the ground, and Garner falls on it. Bad exchange that time, as nobody really had a handle on that one until Garner flopped down on the football, and
they're going to have to use some relief officials, I think, from the bullpen. These on the field have thrown so many pitches, they're going to be worn out here in a few minutes.
The line judge has thrown more flags than the pitcher for Boston threw all evening.
That's probably true.
Is there such a thing as a stunt official? Woo. 3rd down now, inside the 10-yard line. Give it off, ball on the ground. Naylor drops it this time and then dives on it. No gain. It's going to be right back about where they started.
Seems like the teams are saying, hey, let's see who can make the most mistakes.
Looks like field goal time.
I think you're probably right, Tom. Let's see. This Goldberg coming into the ball game now. He is their field goal man from in close.
Watch this north goal post. I told you it was tilted.
It does look that way from up here, Tom. 53 is Hal Goldberg.
Offsides here would give him a first down.
Hal's a sophomore from Memphis. He puts it up. Looks good from up here.
Nope.
No, they say it's wide to the left. And then it goes for naught, and the score remains Lambuth 13, Lane 12. We'll swap in. The bad news is Scotty isn't feeling well this morning, and you're out of medicine. The good news is Baker's Drugstore and Northgate Pharmacy deliver. Free citywide delivery. And for your convenience, Northgate Pharmacy has a drive-through window. We're fully computerized and honor all credit cards. The good news is with Baker's Drugstore and Northgate Pharmacy, you can depend on professional and personal service for all your prescription and health care needs. Back we are as Lane comes out chunking this time, and it's into the ground and incomplete. At about the 25-yard line. Underhill, I believe, got a piece of the football, and it falls incomplete. Hi, let's look at some
Lambuth
stats.
rushed 12 times for 34 yards. They passed twice, did not complete a pass. They had 3 first downs. They were penalized 3 times for 15 yards. Lane ran the ball 10 times for 51 yards. They passed 1 time, did not complete 1. They had 2 first downs. They were penalized twice for 20.
Second down and 10 now. Lane with the football straight ahead. That is Stewart straight up for Lane. He's been the heavy workman all night long and doing a good job, as a matter of fact. He's now, I'm told, over 100 yards on the evening. Should be around 103, 104, somewhere in that neighborhood. Not a bad night.
Well, if you take off the penalized yards, he's probably 5.
Couple of touchdowns to his credit also. Lambuth leads this one 13-12. We're in the fourth quarter. About 12.5 minutes left to go in this one. James Sewell sets him, gonna drop and throw now. Looks, flings it this way, diving, incomplete at the 30-yard line. Damon Bradford, number 43, on the defensive coverage, and it falls incomplete. Antonio Harris was the intended receiver, and Lane will have to boot it away. Now, the last time they did this, the snap was high, and Lambuth got a break. And that's happened twice tonight to Lane.
They capitalized on that break. The last break they got, they did not capitalize on.
Let's see if we can get a good snap off this time. Trying to get the front line lined up. Flags fly as Lane was still in motion when the ball was snapped. Hits it to 40 now, picked up and fallen on right there by Crockett. But we're going to take it back to the other end of the field where the laundry is and check this penalty flag out. I believe it's going to be...
Didn't look like they were set.
No, they were not set. There were people moving all over the place.
Yeah. You know, I keep thinking back to that field goal that Lane hit early in the game, the first 3 that it came off because of a penalty.
Right. That would be very big right now. And that one would have been a big point for Lambuth had they been able to get that one through, too.
Not only that, Jimmy, I wonder why. The first thing that came to mind was when they went for that extra point. Why, for instance, Hughes didn't kick it because he kicked the field goal.
I don't know, Tom. In fact, you heard Coach Triplett say in your halftime interview that he might have to bring Hughes in to do the PATs. All right, we'll try it again. Back him up 5 yards, re-rack. Let's do it again. Good snap this time. Pretty good rush. Almost got a hold of it, and a flag flies. We're going to have a roughing the kicker, I'm afraid. Crockett takes it at the 40, spins out of one tackle, now is hit and ganged at the 40-yard line, but it's going to be nothing here. We got to go back that way. Looks like it's going to be roughing the kicker as they got into number 72 this time and knocked him down. Darren Walters is the punter, number 72.
You know, I don't remember seeing this many mistakes and penalties in a scrimmage game, let alone a real game.
In a season, let alone a real game.
I mean, you know, we're in the middle of the year.
I agree with you, Tom. And again, to set the scene, from a weather standpoint, from a field condition standpoint, there's nothing out there that would cause this other than the mistakes themselves. You hear the Lane band down below us trying to get the crowd fired up. They're down by 1, 13-12. First and 10 now on the strength of the roughing the kicker penalty. They try it up the middle this time. That is 34, Stewart again. Straight up the middle. May have gotten 2 or 3 yards out of the play. I think they're going to call it 2. Second down and 8 now.
How do you like these faces up here? If that's not a Lane fan, I don't think we have one here. Look here. Look here. There you go.
Okay, 11-10 now. Clock is running. Second down and 8 as Sewell sets them at the 35-yard line. Again, Stewart still on his feet, finally driven to the ground as he crossed the 40 and got it out to about the 42-yard line. Jeff Branham, number 4 in the ball game now for Lambuth, over to make the tackle.
Tommy Stewart has got to have tremendous leg strength to take licks like he's taking and stay on his
and
feet.
Keep on driving, yeah. He's a strong young man. And this time they send Harold Pearson to the near side, split wide. Sewell on the keeper this time, trying to get 2. I believe he might have it. I'm not sure. I thought that was him at the front of the pile there. It may be. Nope. That was the lead blocker. I don't believe he's going to be there on second look. About a yard short, looks like, from here, so it'll be 4th down now. There you see some concern on the Lane side of the field. 4th and less than 1, we'll say.
And there's no doubt who's going to carry the mail. Tommy Stewart.
I would think the 3-4 would be the number called. We'll see. Stewart has been the workhorse all night long. They need this one to keep a drive alive. Stewart in the middle. Nope, they're going to keep it straight ahead, and I don't think he got it. I think the Lambuth defense surged and pushed Sewell backwards.
Well, you got a man on both sides of the ball pointing.
Officials wave timeout. They're going to bring the sticks in on this one, I think, as soon as they can get everybody away. It will depend on the spot. Lambuth says no, they didn't get there. It looked like to us up here in the booth that the defensive surge kept him from getting to the ball.
Well, it's going to be mighty close.
It will be extremely close. Our spotter, Mr. Puckett, has the binoculars on the ball. He says he's about 3 or 4 inches short. Here they come in with the sticks. Let's check this one out closely. We'll get a first-hand report for you. They did not make it. Lambuth has bowed their backs and stopped them, and Mark Hazard, 55, doing a little dance off the far side over there. And that should be a big boost for the Eagles, and really it could work in reverse for Lane College. That's a tough one to lose right there.
Well, if Lambuth can eat up a little bit of clock now, Jimmy.
You're right. Clock is definitely in their favor. Ball control is what they need to do at this point.
How about eliminating a few mistakes?
That wouldn't hurt. That wouldn't hurt. Back to the offensive. Ball at just short of the 45-yard line. Inside Dragon territory now. Garner under center. Spins, gives it off over the right side, maybe a yard or 2. Barry Clark, number 24, with the football.
Number 56.
Left side of the Lane line, pretty much all in on the tackle that time as they stop Clark. Gain of 1. Call it second down and 9 now. First Tennessee Bank Players of the Game trophies to be awarded in our post-game show coming up a little bit later on. Post-game show, of course, brought to you by Tom Lullers on the 45 bypass. Second down now. Garner looks to throw. Got pressure. Can't get it away. Should be an incomplete pass. It is. That's what the call is going to be.
I believe Garner needs a bulletproof vest.
He needs a number 92 bulletproof vest.
You see the helmet come off?
Yes, I did.
The kid's helmet come off, and the ball fell right there, and everybody piled on top of him.
Back in on top of him. That was Jim Rhodes, 51, who was hatless out there for a minute.
That's what happens when you get shell-shocked.
Number 92 is the guy who's been applying the pressure from his outside defensive end position. That's Alfred Moore, and he has been in Garner's face all night long.
They should be well acquainted.
Moore is 6'3", 220. Garner is 5'10", 185. A little bit of a mismatch. Garner again. Got time this time. Throws over Overby's head. Incomplete.
And
Overby
Overby
looking for a little
defense.
penalty out there, but will not get it.
Intended for
Good snap. Hudgens looking for the out-of-bounds marker. Kicks it down the side. Gets a good bounce now down there at about the 10-yard line. Make it the 11, I'm told. Nope, they're going to mark it inside the 10, actually, about the 9.5, and that's where Lane will have the football. And they've got a long way to go to get home, too.
You got Reginald Hughes that we've been waiting all night for him to break loose. And don't hand him out.
That's true. They've done a good job of containing the quick man, Hughes, while Tommy Stewart, their power man, has done all the work up the middle. Let's see what we do now. Sewell breaks the team out. They send Pearson to the near side. Darnell Johnson split wide left. They keep it on the ground, try the left side. Not much going on there. Stewart again with the foot. Let's see where they mark the time. Stick through on the other side now finds what's going on here. Second down and 10. 8:05 left on the clock as Lane splits them again. Darnell Johnson to the near side this time. It's Haynes to the far side. They give it off in the backfield, and he is hammered back at the 5-yard line. Antonio Harris was the ball carrier. Defensive play made in there, I think, was 35, Rich Goulash. Look at it again. There you see it. We'll check that number again. May have been 92, Stuart Goldberg. Our angle is not that good from that end of the field. Goldberg, I believe, in on the initial hit. At any rate, that backs him up, makes it third down and 14. Looks to be at about the 7-yard line. Clock is running, 7:18 and moving here in the fourth quarter play. Pearson comes to the near side for Lane College, and flags fly every which way. Looks like they may have taken too much time again. That is going to be the case, I am relatively sure. That is it.
Tim, you take the flags out of this ball game, and you've had a real close, hard-hitting ball game.
True. Take the flags out of the ball game. We've been home an hour.
You put the flags back in the ball game, and you still had a close, hard-hitting ball game.
Sewell throws from his end zone. Got a man. Throws behind him. Incomplete. Harold Pearson, the intended receiver. Jeff Branham may have gotten enough of it to deflect it. Incomplete. And Lane, again, will have to punt this one out of their own end zone. And they have had some trouble with the punting team tonight.
Well, and Lambuth should get the ball back somewhere around the Lane 40-yard line.
They go in with a quick one. Let's see. Lambuth probably will send everybody they can get in there. Nope. They're going to let him boot it out. It's a low driving kick. Crockett will, I believe, going to let it roll now as it comes laterally. And is down at the 47-yard line where Lambuth will take over inside Lane territory with good field position to work from. 6 minutes and 44 seconds left on the game clock. 13-12 the score. You see it there on your screen. Lambuth ahead of the Lane College Dragons. It's been a banger out there. Overby goes to the far side of the field, split that direction. Looks like Crockett to the near side. Garner pitches back. Naylor lowers his helmet, spins off and loses the football. And Lane has the ball. Naylor may have had 4 or 5 yards on the play, but when he was popped, the ball came loose, and Lane fell on the errant ball. And we've got a Lane player injured at about midfield. Looks like an arm, maybe, is the way he was holding that shoulder. We'll try to get a number on it for you. You see it right there. Our character right on the spot.
Yeah, he's hurting.
Let's take a quick break while they attend to the young man. We'll be right back here at Rothrock.
Who would you say makes the best personal computers for business? The brand being added by the most major corporations? The one rated highest in performance by computer experts? The one that won the most industry awards? Or the one that's grown the fastest? In each case, the answer is compact. It simply works better.
Back at Rothrock, you see the Lane College bench as they have the football 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line on the strength of a fumble by Lambuth. Sewell slips but gets the ball away. Antonio Harris, number 45, the ball carrier, got it across midfield and out to about the 48-yard line. Tom.
If Lane ever wanted to play error-free ball, it's right now because you got 6 minutes left to go, and they've got to have a good drive here.
They do, in fact, Tom, and this on the other side of the field, Lambuth really needs a good defensive performance here to keep that 1-point lead intact.
Don't forget, Hughes can kick field goals. We've seen that already, so they don't need 6.
Harold Pearson comes to the near side. Out of the wishbone, Sewell drops the football and falls down on it at midfield. May have gotten a couple of yards out of whatever that was. I believe he did. Nope, beg your pardon, lost a couple of yards.
Well, I'm sitting here waiting for another flag. We're at 27 already. I'd sure like to make 30.
I don't remember Lane having a consistent offensive drive this half, have they?
Not really, Tom. I don't think there's really been a consistent offensive drive except for the Lambuth with the 2 long pass plays early in the ball game. It's been a situation of hope for a fumble, hope for an interception, and try to do something with it. 3rd down now, flips it out, complete at the 47, still on his feet across midfield. He did not get the 1st down, nowhere near, about 4 yards short. Bill Underhill almost got a hand on that one from a defensive end spot. T.C. Pete makes the tackle for Lambuth. Lane crowd is trying to get them fired up from over here. Unfortunately, not a lot they can do from in the stands. Again, Lane to punt. Good snap this time, no rush. Booms a knuckler out there. Crockett takes it at the 15, tries to find some room to run, can't do it, knocks it out to about the 18. And now Lambuth needs to play ball control for 4 minutes and 35 seconds, and they can put this one in the win column and even the series between the two schools at 2-2. However,
a couple of 1st downs on the ground here do it, but that hasn't been easy for either team tonight.
You're right, Tom.
Well, I know in the first half, Lambuth had 7 1st downs, Tom, but 5 of those came on penalties.
And Lane's caused a lot of turnovers with some hard hitting, and if that happens down here, you know, they're in field goal range with a fumble recovery.
But, you know, Lambuth has had the ball in the middle of the field in the 2nd half up until now, and Lane is coming out better on punt.
From the 18-yard line, now we've got a timeout asked for and given to the Lambuth Eagles with the score 13-12. We'll take a break and come right back.
Everything's got to be just right. For heating, cooking, drying, gas is best, and it costs less, too.
Public car wash is still brushing.
You tell them, Mary, cloth is the only thing that touches the paint. Jack May's team has 60 years combined experience in the car cleaning profession. They're courteous and dependable. At Poplar Car Wash, use optional spray wax and fragrance, and hand wax jobs are done by special appointment. Save a dime a gallon off your car wash when you fill her up with Phillips 66 gasoline.
Jackson, we've got something to tell you for your 12 years of support. Thanks!
There you see the flag in the end zone corner here at Rothrock. No wind to speak of. Give is to Naylor diving across the right side, across the 20, out to the 24-yard line.
Jimmy, I've got Reginald Hughes down here without a camera. We're going to do a radio-type report with him. Reginald, tough game, 421. If you can avoid the mistakes and hold them, you can still win it, can't you?
Yeah.
This is within your range, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
That first one was how far out when you kicked it and it didn't count?
About 27, 29.
Yeah, happy with your performance so far?
No, I'm not.
Not? Well, maybe you get a chance, Reginald. Thanks. 4 minutes, Jim.
Second down and 4, Tom. 4:03 left on the game clock. Lambuth in Dragon territory, correction, in Lambuth territory. Naylor nothing doing this time. Probably a 2-yard loss on that one as he was hammered. Charles Moore and Hilliard up to make the tackle in there that time for Lane College, as Naylor got nothing out of that play except maybe a headache. 3:37, clock still running as Lambuth keeps the ball on the ground. They'll eat up as much of it as they possibly can. They send Overby and Crockett to the far side of the field. Stack 2 in behind Garner at the 22-yard line. Garner to throw. Needs to unload. Throws. Crockett.
Interference.
Incomplete.
That's a flag.
And finally, we've got a flag. That time, the penalty could not be overlooked.
But I kept my eye on the official, you know, and as many flags as they've thrown all night, it seemed like they'd have had one handy, but it was kind of hard for him to get it out of his pocket.
Look at it again. There you see the throw, and he's all over him by the time the ball gets there. And 42 put a little knee into him as he went by. We didn't see that on the replay. Penalty is against Lambuth. And you got offsetting penalties. You got a pass interference on this end and a hold on the other end. So all that.
And there's another flag. Oh, I guess he's throwing it back to the official.
Okay.
Well, we kind of flag.
Penalty on the official for throwing too many flags. No, okay. Mike said he would not add those
that's
to the
where players get frustrated and hurt themselves, hurt their team.
Pinkston's going out now. Overby coming back into the ball game for Lambuth on the far side of the field, bringing in some new information from Coach Hardigree and company.
Don't move to the ball snap, boys.
3:17 on the game clock. 3rd and 5 now. Garner to throw. Got time. Needs to unload. Is hit and incomplete. Arm had started forward, and the ball falls incomplete. Again, big pressure in there that time. 92 Alfred Moore, along with Leon Jackson, 56, all over Garner like a cheap suit. 3:10 left in this one. Lambuth will have to boot it away. This is what they did not want to do. They did not want to relinquish the ball, but you rolls your dice, you takes your chances. It's a good high hanger coming down at the 45, taking it midfield. He spins out of one tackle, got some room, now falls to the ground inside the 40 at the 42-yard line.
Flag on the play.
And we've got another flag on the far side of the field at about the line of scrimmage.
I love it. We're going to get the 30 flag.
Thomas Haynes on the receiving end of the punt almost broke it as he tried to cut back, went to the ground. We've got a clip against Lane College. And again, they have shot themselves in the foot. Remind you now, coming up at the end of the game, the post-game show. Tom Lawlers brings you that. Papa Joe, Bill, and Bob and company on the 45 bypass. And also the First Tennessee Bank Players of the Game trophies to be awarded, one to each team. And that's going to be a tough decision in some ways.
I vote for the officials.
They got it 1st and 10 now from their own 47-yard line. Just under 3 minutes. James Sewell looks everything over. Fakes, going to throw. Got pressure. Hit and sacked. Get a number on that. Came from the right side. 44 in there for Lambuth to make the hit. Scott Jones up to make the sack. From Pinson, Tennessee, brought 190 pounds and laid it on top of James Sewell that time. Clock continues to run. The clock is Lambuth's ally at this point in time. Lambuth trying to get the defense set as Sewell sets the offense, gives it off to the big man, runs into his own blocker, and still gets about 7 yards out of the play. That's Tommy Stewart. Got about maybe 10 on the play. Let's see where they're going to mark it.
Just talked with Mike Singleton, and we now have 30 flags.
Well,
that make you happy?
You made your quota, didn't you?
You're always supposed to set goals.
Inside 2 minutes now on the clock. Sewell sets him in Lambuth territory at the 45. Up the middle, Stewart hit and still on his feet. He is a tough one. Still on his feet.
He's not down yet.
Now they blow it dead. Mark his forward progress across the 45 at about the 43-yard line. Scott Jones in on the play for Lambuth.
I believe the only flag that hadn't been thrown tonight is for fighting.
We're not sure about that either. Looks like it's going to be a first down. Now they're going to bring it in and measure this time. We'll get our eyeball in the sky up here, Mr. Puckett, on the binoculars and see what we see.
It is short by about a foot.
Looks like Puckett says he makes it. Saylor says he don't think so.
Yeah, he's short.
They bring him out. There you see it right there on your screen.
It's short.
He's short.
No, he's short. By the pole, by the width of the pole.
They're going to give it to him. And now flags fly. Somebody apparently said something in the Lambuth huddle. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Now he's got it where he had it enough.
And the official points, it looks like somebody may be ejected before this one's over with. Looks like 83 may have been the man that they tagged with that one.
Gosh, don't you wonder what they said, guys?
Well, I can imagine. It looked to me like he took his credit card out and measured for the first down. You call it, you saw it on your screen. It's been a weird one, I'll tell you, folks. I'm glad I'm up here and not down there. My mistakes can be erased with a magnet. Minute 36, clock is running. Lane in control of the football now. They give it to Stewart. He stood up at the line of scrimmage and denied.
Another 10 yards, and Reggie Hughes will be in field goal range, and that's all they need.
You're right, Tom. Field goal would definitely do it for him.
Well, this
Marty
would be
Taylor.
about a 42-yarder. Now, from what I saw from the first kick, he doesn't have that kind of leg.
Doesn't appear to. 99 Taylor in to make the stop that time. Sewell, the big man, Reggie Hughes, is hit and sacked behind the line of scrimmage.
Big play.
Big play indeed, Tom. 44 again in the neighborhood is Scott Jones. Ricky Catlett, 93, also in there with Mark Hazard. Timeout on the field, 13-12. Lambuth, don't go away. We'll be right back.
Your senior portrait, a creative image from Bass Studios.
We are back at Rothrock. It's going to be a squeaker, folks. We knew it would be. 13-12 is the score. 59 seconds left on the clock. Now, Lambuth has just sacked Sewell in the backfield. It's going to be 3rd down and 17. Correction Hughes with the football. That's correct.
They got first down.
3rd down, 17.
Now it's 3rd down.
59 seconds.
They're not even sure what down it is over there.
Let's see what Lambuth can come up with from the Help Me playbook. Pearson comes to the near side. Sewell sets him up. Fakes it. Gonna throw. Throws a little flare pass. He's got it. Cuts back up inside. And ridden down at the 25-yard line. 45, Antonio Harris, I believe.
Timeout, Lane.
Lane has asked for him, received a timeout with 42 seconds. We're going to keep it here with 42 seconds left in the ballgame.
If they go for a field goal here, it's going to be about a 42-yarder. 25, 35, yeah, about 42 yards.
Yeah. The wind will not be a factor. If Reginald Hughes' first attempt was any indication, not to down the young man's talents, but it was about a 27 or 29-yarder, and it barely cleared the crossbar. It was called back on a penalty.
Then they got a 5-yard penalty, and they went for the play.
True.
I don't believe he's got enough leg from what I saw from the first kick.
I think Hughes wanted a chance to redeem himself.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
He hasn't been pleased with his game so far tonight at all.
I'm sure they're going to line up in a field goal position, but I don't believe they're going to kick it.
Let's see what happens. Here we go now. 42 seconds, 4th down. It's now or never for the Lane College Dragons. And I guarantee you, everybody in blue and white knows that. And that defense is sky high. Mark Hazard, the general, in there in the nose guard position.
What do you think the odds are there will be a flag on this play?
Watch for flags. Sewell sets him up. Gonna throw. Got pressure. Throws short. Incomplete. And pressure in the backfield. Number 93 in there put the hammer down. Ricky Catlett really lowered the boom on Sewell and caused that one to fall short.
But you got 100 Lambuth players over there celebrating.
That should be the ball game in a nutshell.
No, we got time for 2 more penalties.
I'll tell you, it has been a strange one. It has been a weird one. Brad Garner comes out now. He checks with the official to make sure that everything is right as far as time left in the game and other considerations. Fall on the ball is the name of the game at this point, I would think. They check each other out in the backfield, talking it over thoroughly before this ball is snapped. Garner, long count, using up as much clock. There you go. He's going to take the 5 yards in that situation.
Well, the clock is not moving.
The clock is not moving. At that point, you're right. I got to wake up and get in the game here, haven't I? Let me check.
Snapped the ball and done something.
Timeout, yes, timeouts left. 1 for Lane, and what about Lambuth? Lane has 1 timeout left. Lambuth has 2. They don't need them. But Lane can only stop the clock 1 time.
Well, if the clock doesn't start until the ball is snapped, he's going to have to do something other than go to his knee.
That's possible, too, yeah. Long count again. He's going to turn and fall to the ground. Let's see, Lane immediately asking for a timeout, and we'll get it. 5 seconds ticked off on that one. Now they have not stopped the field clock. It's still going at 24. Apparently, the officials say there are no timeouts left. We thought there was 1, and if that's the case, this thing is over. The officials are still conferring. The clock is still running. I'm telling you, folks, it's been a strange one. The clock has run out. That apparently is going to be it. Lambuth wins it 13-12, and this I like to see, shaking hands and hugging each other on the field.